the hill you can't see over, all the gravel standing at your feet. Miss the way you see me when you're sober, wish you saw the middle where we meet. 'Cause we don't need words to say what we say. And I hope that you'll be okay one day. I need to know you're here. I'll give it all I got as long as you are here. The fight will never stop. Show me where it hurts, I wanna see it. Look me in the eyes, I'm not afraid. Trust me when I say you can defeat it. Don't let all these feelings go to waste. 'Cause we don't need words to say what we say. And I hope that you'll be okay one day. I need to know you're here. I'll give it all I got as long as you are here. The fight will never stop. I'm your Messiah. I'm your Messiah.
I never thought this could happen. It's turning you more than attraction. Around you I see what we could be, living in the love contraption. Something inside of me changed. Don't know which road I should take. So many to choose. One thing is true, they all lead back to you. And now I see the light. Why can't I get it right? The message is clear, the signs are all here. I still don't know how to choose. So take my hand, I'll understand. It all leads back to you. chasing miracles, no. That's not how my story goes. You could be my hero before I let you go. 'Cause I don't go chasing fairy tales, no. That's not how my story goes. I've been down this road before, I've seen the fall. And I won't fall for you. I've been there before. I don't wanna fall for you. So less hurt and more thought, can't lose. No, I won't fall for you. No, I won't fall for you. And I won't fall for you. In fantasy, no, that's not how my story goes. Every time I've let you in, you've let me down. And the people who say that it's magical, no, that's just how their story goes. Tell me if I let you in, will you be my foe? No, I won't fall for you. I've been there before. I don't wanna fall for you. So less hurt and more thought, can't lose. No, I won't fall for you. No, I won't fall for you. And I won't fall for you. Not that I'm complaining. A more beautiful vision I have never seen. If you don't mind me saying, a lifelong ambition to fulfill my dream. What have you done to me? I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. I'll never be the same, I'll tell you for sure. Really, I want ecstasy. A real life fantasy, oh yeah. Really, I want ecstasy. A real life fantasy, oh yeah.
Welcome here to another Bluez Cup Week 1 game. This time we've got Flying Purple People Eaters. That name's really going to get stuck in your teeth, eh? That's quite a hard one to say. And they're taking on Underdogs from, I think both second div teams. I'm not sure where them. Andre 2G1P, who is sitting here in the commentary booth with me, has recommended that I call them that. Anyway, how are you doing, Andre?
Hey, how's it? Yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one the whole game. I think just like people eaters or purple people eaters would suffice.
Purple people. Purple people eaters. People eaters. People eat. PE.
The purple
people.
Team.
The purple team.
I think we'll just call them the Radiant team.
The one with the very well drawn Barney on its banner. That is Barney, you called it, dude.
Yeah.
That definitely is Barney. Like eating a green.
You gotta get those veggies in, eh?
Yeah, I gotta get them all in. Anyway, well, guys, so this is the last game for the week.
10 seconds remaining.
One has come to an end. We've got all the games uploaded, well, most of them
Radiant
uploaded.
team
And
banned.
so far, you know, it's still group stages, so we're trying to see as teams battle it out and eventually see who comes out on top end of the week.
Dire team banned.
Well, I guess end of the group stages in general.
Yeah.
But some strong performances from a few.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's interesting, if I could call them more amateur type games. You get some interesting strategies coming out. You get some interesting decision making coming out.
10
And
seconds remaining.
it's a little bit refreshing in a way to sometimes just see people not doing
5
just the normal.
seconds remaining.
Okay. Oh, I saw a pro do this one, so I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah, breaking the
Radiant
meta
team
and
pick.
Yeah.
that cool stuff. And yeah, first pick gonna come out here now for people. Bans, anything, just general strong bans. I'm happy to see
Yeah.
Tiny's actually been banned. The other games we've seen so far, Tiny really gets banned, eh?
Yeah. I think what a lot also
10
what you see in
seconds
these
remaining.
the lower
Dire
I
team
know
pick.
when I used to still play,
Crystal Maiden.
we did it when we were still like second of and going up. Just ban heroes which we struggle to play against. Like don't focus on meta heroes and shit like that. Just ban out heroes that you struggle playing against.
That's sounds like a good plan
10
to me. Eh?
seconds remaining.
if you can't beat it, just get rid of
Yeah,
it.
just
you
get
know,
rid
no
of
one
it.
can
That's
play.
what the bans are for.
5
Yeah,
seconds
ruin the fun for
remaining.
everyone, dude.
Yeah.
Best way, CM. There's been a lot of CMs in the Bluez Cup so far. I've seen about drafted quite commonly.
Yeah,
Actually, I need to get
Sure, nice support.
the stat list sorted out from
Dire
Alpha.
team pick.
Picking one and in what?
Yeah,
Radiant team
that'd be
pick.
good.
That's already a filthy combo. That support duo. Oh my.
Yeah, that is filthy. That is cancer right there.
How do you
Dire
run
team
away? You
back.
can't get away. You can't leave. Pit Lord coming out.
Radiant
Interesting.
team
It
banned.
does okay against the Shadow Shaman. The Shadow Shaman has such a short attack range.
Dire
Yeah,
team
but I mean, it's still
banned.
gonna Shaman's gonna hurt into at least like level 2, level 3, and that's that aura of the
Yeah.
atrophy aura.
Atrophy.
Or before it actually starts
Radiant
hurting too
team
much.
banned.
Otherwise, you could as Shaman and just right click the Underlord out. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, especially if you have a slow helping you out, then there should be no problem.
So was Underlord a good
Dire
pick here?
team
I mean, we've seen a lot of it as well.
Oh, maybe they're comfortable playing the Euro. We'll see how they run it. Maybe they want to run dual lanes or something like that, or at least for the start, just to get the Underlord a couple of levels. But yeah, let's see how they play it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Those of you who are in the stream, hello and welcome.
Radiant team
Thanks for joining
pick.
us once again. No, yeah, Nibble TV will be casting all the Bluez Cup action for the next month, so tune in right here to this YouTube. And see some
Yeah, and
time out to fix.
we can have the games up also that we don't cast. Just like the ones that we don't
10
live stream.
seconds remaining.
Yes, I think
I think so.
5
I think
seconds
we.
remaining.
we've
plan
only done the
to-
casted one.
Well, they're
Dire
all
team
casted.
pick.
It's just the
Drow
ones that
Ranger.
aren't necessarily streamed.
I gotta give it to Bluez though, like they managed to secure a lot of casters for an event that be considered. I mean, it's not like a Masters tournament, you know, and they
Yeah,
hardly
yeah.
get any casters for those. It's like
10
Yeah.
seconds
good
remaining.
initiative from these guys to actually.
It is, but I think it's a good like
5
team effort we're all
seconds
putting
remaining.
in to try and. We know it's not big right now, but we can maybe
Yeah,
make
just-
it work.
Bring some light on the SA Dota community, yeah.
Yeah.
Drow Ranger, so this is going to be early push from people. Has to be.
Yeah.
Unless they take like a juicer mid or something, you know, back on it, but I would be surprised if the juicer isn't banned here. Next ban. Picked,
Yeah,
sorry, I mean
yeah.
if it isn't picked.
I think I think as underdogs here, you just maybe even just pick the Medusa just so they don't get it.
Juggernaut.
Jug. Okay, well,
Because the Medusa would still be great against the Underlord in lane. It like still doesn't struggle, and you can chuck it mid if you really want to.
God, it's
as
like,
well.
you even go all lane, you know, if you run it with one famous.
Yeah.
They're going to take the Jug.
10 seconds remaining.
I can see like it good in lane against the Pit Lord, I guess, just because
5
he's
seconds
got the healing
remaining.
ward, he's got Stain, and he's got the Blade Fury.
Yeah, but it's still great against in lane against the Underlord.
Yeah.
Dire team
And the
back.
Drow also, like, moment the Tide isn't going to be able to shut the Drow down by itself.
Yeah.
They're going to have to either they switch lanes or they put the Tide.
Yeah, but they can't really do that because they want the Shadow Shaman with the Juggernaut. They're going the old-fashioned shackle into spin type
10
thing.
Yes, yeah,
seconds
Venom
remaining.
Tide into lane can that Drow?
Yeah, when a Titan until lane, the
5
Drow would
seconds
start
remaining.
struggling. If the Titan for the first bit doesn't focus so much on farm and just runs at the Drow Ranger,
Radiant team
then
back.
he's really going to struggle in lane.
Ban the Sniper, but not... I guess Sniper's also a problem, but
Yeah, I think Juice is.
if they
bigger
catch it with the Ravager, they can kill the Sniper pretty easy.
I'm surprised that Flying Purple People Eaters
10
didn't choose
seconds
the.
remaining.
If they wanted to pick the Medusa, I would be surprised that they didn't pick it instead of that Earthshaker. Because
5 seconds
generally,
remaining.
if you don't have the last pick, then before this last
Radiant
ban phase,
team
you
pick.
pick the hero that you need the most, that you want the most in your draft, because it doesn't matter. You're gonna have those picks in any case. So only thing that can happen is they ban out the hero that you want to pick. So you pick the hero that you want to pick, that you need for your draft the most.
10 seconds
Excellent.
remaining.
Yeah, often we see, you know, picks
5
not actually being
seconds
taken
remaining.
because the draft has waited too long to take
Yeah.
it, you know, and
Yeah.
people figure stuff
They-
out.
Yeah, so yeah, especially if you have that, if you don't have last pick, if you had the first pick, then you generally pick the hero that you need the most
Dire
in that
team
second
pick.
last position. And it's going to be the out.
With OD. Okay, well that's that stops OD Medusa being picked against them, I guess, as well. It's not too bad. It's good against Tide. I think it does fairly well against the Jug. The issue would be the tick damage, though. And before he gets
10
BKB,
seconds
he might die
remaining.
very quick. Yeah, actually, he's going to die quite quickly if he does.
Yeah, I think
5
underdogs are
seconds
pretty
remaining.
sad that they banned out the sniper right now.
Yeah. Wish they had. What do you take mid now? Juicer. This Medusa's
it's
going to
be-
pop
it's
up
gonna be
somewhere.
difficult. They're going to need. I'm not.
Yeah, sorry, it can't be the Juicer thing. They need something early that can. Is the TA is not.
I think the
Tia is actually
TA.
pretty
I
good,
think the TA is the best bet. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the Venom was on the other team for a bit.
Yeah, I think the TA is their best bet. Yeah.
No, they just need something to hit towers here a bit early, you know, and make some space. Because I'm sure that
Well, they
Jug's
got
going to
the
go
they
Battle
got-
Fury.
I got the Shadow Shaman to push to mow down the towers in the mid game, so they don't really need to worry about that much.
I
They can
actually
focus
got
more on team
wrecked
fights.
by a mid Shadow Shaman yesterday. I don't understand what was going on. I killed him like
I
a
don't
few
think you
times,
sh-
and
I
then
don't
he
think
hits
you
level
should-
6 and takes the tower, dude.
I don't think you should say that out loud.
Oh yeah, sure, I should be quiet about that.
I
no,
think that's one of those
I was
games
the Shadow
that you
Shaman.
just don't
dude.
speak.
I was the Shadow Shaman. Sorry.
Even then, I don't think you should.
It's actually, yeah, he right clicks really, really hard, dude.
Yeah, he hits pretty strong. I think his base damage is like 70.
Goes up to 90 something, I'm sure, before.
Yeah, before he gets a very high level. Yeah, he's that's why he's so strong at zoning in the early game. If you are against a melee offlaner, then he really zones it pretty nicely. But since they a couple of patches back, one of the big patches, they changed. That's going to be difficult to pull off for them,
Yeah,
but
it seems very
it's good.
greedy.
yeah, it's
considering
very
what they're
greedy,
up
but it's
against.
very good for their team fight.
Yeah, but if they can, you know, against Drows, like all you have to do is really just try hold on to as many tier 2s onwards as you can. You know, you're gonna lose tier 1s.
Yeah.
If you don't, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you can hold on to as many towers as possible, by about 25-30 minutes, you actually the net worth starts swinging heavily in your favor. You have that late game lineup.
Yeah, it does. But also, you could look at it from the perspective of if you pick the TA, I think the TA's timing is a bit better than the Voca, because if you have a support that just stacks the camps there near you, and just in lane get as much as you can, and then run into the jungle, or start pushing the lane, and run into the jungle, and get those stacks. Very far ahead there, mid laner. You just mow down the mid tower, and then you go lane by lane, and you can actually stop that Drow push like that. That like early,
Prepare
at the end of
for
the early
battle.
game where Drow just starts mowing down towers. You can actually stop that with a TA in time, I think, but you can't do that with Evoker really.
Let's shake things up.
Yeah. All right, so while we get underway over here, let's see what all the starting items got out. Got the usual awards on the sports.
30
You got
seconds to battle.
flying purple people eaters. Playing from the Radiant side here. They've got the Earthshaker, looks like they're off lane, dual off lane with the Underlord. And then the safe lane, they've got the Drow Ranger and the Crystal Maiden. Obviously in the mid, the Outworld. And then on the side of Underdogs, we've got the Tide Hunter to be expected in the off lane with the Venom Monster. That should
The battle
be a fairly
begins.
balanced lane. I don't think they're going to have too much to choose from the Crystal Maiden and the Drow Ranger. We've got the Juggernaut and the Shadow Shaman combo in the top lane and Invoker in the mid. I think that the Earthshaker might struggle in the off lane against this Shadow Shaman Juggernaut combo. I think the Underlord is a bit too tanky to struggle too much, and going up against a very short range Shadow Shaman and obviously the melee Juggernaut, I don't think the Underlord will struggle too much. But yeah, in the Radiant safe lane, I think the Drow Ranger Crystal Maiden is going to struggle to harass this Venom Monster. There's two very squishy heroes. This Venom Monster is going to trade too well with him. Once he gets a couple of levels in that Poisons thing and gets a couple of good gales off, the safe lane is really going to start struggling. I think they're going to rotate this Shaker in very, very quickly. Interesting, just Underdogs going for this mid ward. Flying purple people eaters don't have the mid ward there.
You get nothing.
The Radiant side, yes. Would you like to buy a vacuum? I don't know. It's a thing that humans did a while back. Not sure if it's still a thing that humans do. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, the Underdogs are the dire side, so they've got the Tide, Veno, and the Rasta. Yeah. Yeah, well, if you jump the Drow, it really becomes a very easy fight. If you jump the Drow, obviously you also do want to lay some focus on the Outworld, but he has a natural escape mechanic, if you could call it that. He can at least save himself from certain things. But I think if once you jump that drow, they don't really have a big. Oh, well, I guess if the Earthshaker gets his blink up, but before that, they don't really have a big way to stop the enemy team just jumping on the Drow Ranger. So it's gonna be a lot about how they play this early game out. If they just run at this Drow quite often, which currently in the safe lane here on the Radiant side, they can do here in the bottom lane. They can just run at this Drow and see him as much as they want, because they can't really trade with this Venom Monster or with the Tide. For the Dire, I would say, yeah. At the moment, yeah. The moment this Underlord hit level 2, he should have gone straight to bot lane, go help out there. He's not going to do anything in the top lane. They're not going to get kills. They might get a kill on the Rasta or 2, but they're going to sacrifice deaths on their Drow Ranger, which is not ideal. Yeah, well, actually, with a Drow Ranger, you can, if you play it well, if you get a nice ward up there in the spot near the Dire bot tier 1, that high spot there, to the left of the tower, if you get a nice ward up there and you have your Earthshaker standing in those little bushes there, you can very easily just mow down the creep wave. You can do this by 5 minutes. What you can do to make it even worse is you do at the 4 minutes 30 creep wave. So the creep wave that spawns at 4 minutes 30. So at 4:45, you pull that small camp at the Radiant side. Just a single pull. Don't stack it. Single pull, and maybe tank some of the damage from the neutrals. So then when those creeps go back to lane, it pushes with that 5 minute catapult, and now you have a double wave pushing through. You can very easily take that tier 1 tower.
Yep.
Not the best idea.
Gold for me.
Yes.
I wouldn't say that this is too favored to either. Actually, both have quite some kill potential on the other guy. It just depends on when you decide to be aggressive and when you decide to be defensive, and how you play your lane equilibrium. That's going to be a big deciding factor in this matchup. Yeah, I think they're keeping him there because they're scared of the Shadow Shaman. Yeah, getting that combo off so you can maybe just fissure the Shadow Shaman, but I don't think that's a big enough reason to stay there. Just get him a ward rather. They already have the ward there, so you can see when the Shadow Shaman walks up to him and just fall back whenever that happens. So you don't need the Earthshaker there. He's not vital in... So I'd say if you already have the boots up, tank up a little bit, maybe buy an early bracer or something like that. Sit back and farm with your Firestorm. The moment you have your mana boots, sit back, farm with your Firestorm. You don't have to go in for the last hits, you can go in for some of them. But if you see the Rasta walking forward, throw down a Firestorm and walk back.
I find you.
That I may not falter in my flight. First blood.
Pain.
Yeah, it looks like this one player has some internet issues. I believe it might be the same player who had internet issues before the game even started.
First blood, and a point well taken.
Bounty!
This'll come in handy.
Slight little misplayed. It happened to me quite a lot. Playing Shadow Shaman, I used to play Shadow Shaman so much. It just happens
Radiant's
sometimes.
middle tower is under attack.
Watch this, Jane. My venom is no more.
It's a matter of magnitude. Ah.
Yeah, that
Dire's top tower is under attack.
yeah, this pit lord is really doing well in this lane. Because you just can't really get harassed out of lane. There's just no way. The moment they get close, just pops down a firestorm. Walks a bit back, doesn't care. And because the Juggernaut has to face the creeps the whole time to farm, not really in any state to go on him. Oh, the top lane here. Shadow Shaman goes down.
Welcome me.
The reward for your insolence!
Top lane doing really well. At this stage, the Earthshaker can just leave the lane. There's no reason to be there anymore.
How can this be?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, but I think the Radiant side off lane is going better than their safe lane at the moment. Actually, they're getting the kills, and this Underlord is just basically farming because they just can't get close to him with that firestorm. And
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
yeah.
I only wanted to kill everyone.
Gold for me.
Yeah, see, this is what they need. They need this tri-lane going on here in the bot lane. That's how they're going to secure their lane for them.
Mystery!
Earthshaker is just not needed in the top lane. Like, yes, it's okay to try and get kills in the top lane against their carry, but I mean, you really don't need it. You want to secure the farm for your carry, rather. Oh, they might get the kill you in the mid lane. Yeah. Yeah, showing some good map presence. He's in all the lanes. Doing well. Yeah. Yeah, to keep him up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they do have the ward there, so that's they're hanging back. I would like to see this Underlord be a little bit more aggressive right now. I mean, he's just wandering around. He's got the Jug on low HP. He knows the supports aren't there. He hasn't seen a support in ages, but he's just wandering around. Try for the kill, push the tower, just be constant up into that Juggernaut's face. These bounty runes, they give 100 gold right now. That's 2 last hits. They give no XP. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it is a nice little ward. Since they've changed the map, that's been a very nice ward spot. And even if you're up against a tri-lane, you get the ward on the bottom of the stairs to block the small camp so that they can't pull. And you also get that vision of bottom area. I hope not. It's the last one we did. Can't remember. Yeah.
I'm burning up!
Rest is silence.
Oh, that was a nice little play there. Oh, he missed the goal. Well, one thing that I must say that that underdogs have going for them is this Venom monster. It's gonna be very tricky for the Earthshaker to get a blink into Echo Slam with all the plague wards around,
Dire's
just stopping his
top
blink.
tower is under attack.
You do. You need some lockdown. Yeah, just lockdown in general. Lockdown in general. Yeah.
Invisibility.
He might make a move on this Invoker. Could very well. Yeah. That's weird though, because even if he astral imprisonments the drug, the moment he gets out of it, you just instantly use spin and you take no damage from it. A little bit of miscommunication there. There goes the Venom ulti.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's nice if you have your like that, if you have yours that burst like that, so like the OD and the Earthshaker, to preemptively maybe even use that that Dark Rift, and then get a couple of kills, be aggressive while it's counting down,
Dire's bottom tower
and you can just
is
get
under
out.
attack.
This'll come in handy.
Underlord now has the pipe. It's a pretty early
Dire's
pipe. If you look at his
bottom
items,
tower
he's
is
got the
under
arcane
attack.
boots and the pipe up now. They're gonna really struggle to get him down because the only hope to get him down is the invocation monster.
To die at our hand is an honor.
Yeah, I don't know why 88 ran away there. He was basically full HP. He could have turned around and just started whacking into them.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, a
attack.
couple of misplays coming out here and there.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Regeneration.
Your death approaches.
No, I think they're fine, especially with the outworld, that they can continue this going forward for quite a while. They can go up until minute 30, 35, even 40 before they really start just worrying. And at the moment they are ahead. They've got the mid tower down. They're gonna chip away this bot tower now soon.
Right body, cast upon the tide.
Yeah, let's just shoot him until his life goes to 0. I think he can.
Dire's
He's
top
got
tower
2.
is under attack.
Gonna grab. I think you should zap him first there,
Dire's
yeah.
top tower has fallen.
Oh, now he's gonna get silenced up. And now he's gonna die. That's why you don't. That's why you zap first. Oh,
Did I
finds
hear
it.
a squeak?
Yeah, the towers are now just gonna start sinking. That they're gonna start pushing tier 2s as well. If you have a tank hero like Underlord, that can just lead the way, clear the
Dire's top
waves,
tower
and
is
just push
under
on
attack.
forward.
Hello for me.
Then you lose towers really quickly. They found him. Yeah, they should immediately just run top and take it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, they don't have to worry about Ravage right now. They can very easily just take that top tier 2. Good for the Earthshaker TPing to this bot lane though. He knows he can't really do anything there in the top lane to help
Dire's
push.
structures are
Might as well come
fortified.
to the bot lane and defend.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This defeat.
And while that happened, top tower fellows. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Dire's top
You can push
tower
with your
is
entire
under
team
attack.
as long as you ensure that another lane is pushing. The moment the other lane hits the tower, you just TP there with the Underlord ulti and go take that one.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Fortune's changed.
It
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
To ill omens.
Yeah, this Underlord is just doing so much damage right now. Oh!
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah. And now they lose a lot of their pushing potential though.
Dire's
They'll still
bottom
get this
tower is
tower.
under attack.
Yeah, they'll still get this tower, but they could have gotten this one and the mid one if that drow stayed up.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, no, he's tanking up. He's just gonna front line while drow mows down the towers.
Damage.
Yeah. No, he did. I think you time GG and try again. You try again. No, the Underlord, the moment Underlord starts snowballing, you really struggle to deal with it. Yes, you could try get a Silver's Edge, something like that, but the moment you're behind and the Underlord is so far ahead, like this one is, you really start struggling to come back because you just be up in your face the whole time. You can't do anything about it. Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky getting up the high ground. I think the best bet for them is to push in all the lanes, and then group up, push one lane, and then immediately go for another lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
With the Underlord ulti. Yeah, Underdogs. I don't think they are. They don't have a wall. Yeah, that would have been a very good fight for them.
We hardly knew you. Just as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just not. Yeah, that was a very good engagement from the... Oh, nice. Very good engagement from the Tide Hunter, but not enough follow-up damage. They were too... The angle was a bit weird for the Invoker. He couldn't get his spells off on everyone like he wanted to. The Juggernaut was also struggling to find his positioning in that fight. And then they also lost the Venom Monster basically very early on in the fight.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, the wave should be constantly pushed. There's no excuse for the waves not to be pushed. I mean, you can even use the Drow Aura to push the waves. That pushes the waves, that ensures the waves are pushed. Just keep that Drow Aura on cooldown and the waves will be pushed. And then you use the Underlord to push a lane, draw all the arrows to that lane, immediately TP your whole team to the other lane and get the racks. You have the Drow, it'll drop so quickly that that's how you push the high ground as this team. Trying to fight this Tide Hunter and this Venomonster and this Invoker on like a ramp is not what you want to be doing.
Gold for me. I was meant to have this.
Invisibility.
Nice, yeah. No, he's just enjoying life. Oh, they see him.
Kill the messenger.
Chill out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna need to hold this next push coming up now.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I'm back before the final flag has
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Prepared. A death foretold.
No problem. Looks like Captain One Black has a little bit of technical issues. Trying just to sort that all out. That was a crazy fight there. That Meteor did so yeah, Meteor did so much damage to Flying People Eaters, but they ended up coming out on top with that huge Fleeky on the Outward Devour, just popping BKB, taking none of that damage and just dropping that hammer on them. That slowed down it a little bit. That was looking like a very strong push, but all the buybacks now slowed that down to a standstill, and it was quite a good show.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Here's the fight. Yeah, that Meteor, I was about to say that was exactly the fight that they needed, is to get everything off the way they did. I think their timing was a little bit off. The Tide came in a little bit late, and the Invoker was a little bit far behind. I think there was a little bit of confusion of when they are going to engage. and the Tide just went in, and the Invoker kind of had to react to his teammate just doing that. So I think there was a little bit of communication issues there, but it looked like the fight that they needed there. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, Flying Purple People Eaters did manage to turn around with that massive Outwall Devourer.
Yeah, they should just be going. He's almost got himself a scythe. Oh, what's Jug gonna do? Tide gonna do? Nothing, they're just gonna get destroyed. Jinrune, top lane. What's the play now? Do Purple People Eaters really want to like just lengthen this match out, or should they just push, you know?
No, I think they just pushed it out.
Yeah, they got a ward, yeah.
Regeneration.
Oh no, sorry, it's not their ward. Just trying
Dire's
to see if he can
top
scout
shrine is
out
under
one of these
attack.
juicy dire targets.
It looks like they're all smoked up right now. On the side of underdogs, they're gonna try and get a pick off here.
Up the high ground, they're gonna find a CM. I don't know if he wants to ravage for this. He's gonna commit it because he can see the rest of the team in the back. Okay, they do find the floor. From Eco Slam to Amazon. I think this is the GGs and the chat, boys and girls. The Sacrifice and Flicky. He's just caught up the Invoker. We'll get a Ghost Walk. There's no detection, but he is the sole survivor, and they will call GG. Oh my word, that was ridiculous.
Dire's top shrine is
Everyone
under
just
attack.
died. Anyway, we'll come back for game 2 here, and I'll see if I can start up the stream. But otherwise, there's plenty of booking fight in games. Just listen. That was an arse whooping.
know your aces, you ain't winning. Your phone book full of numbers and names. All them vain decisions keep you jaded. You could have found the one, but you won't change. So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should, I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time is ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I mean, I really think you should, yeah. So aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should, I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time is ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I mean, I really think you should, yeah. I think you should, I'll be glad to meet me. If I were you, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I make a real good song out of you, time is ticking slow. Yes, you're overdue, aren't you glad to meet me? I think you should. I mean, I really think you should, yeah. Time passing by, will I see you again? Tell me you need me, this can be the end. Cause though we're so far, you're still under my skin. Need you here with me, this can't be the end, no. I know we can make this work if we just put each other first. Got your red-eye flights, ain't nowhere too far, just to be where you are. Oh, nights are the worst, taking over my mind. My favorite scar
Yeah, you raised the bar. I know we can make this work if we just put each other first. Take the leap and reach for me. 'Cause right now we be drifting into foreign seas. Will you come and follow me? Different places we can go. Why don't you meet me up in Tokyo?
this one-way train rolls, and I can't find the brakes, taking me where I don't know, 'cause I'm alone, so far from home, a stranger looking back, I don't know where to go. Didn't I see your light on? 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 Follow you through the haze, pebbles tap on your window, feel the cold on my face. I don't wanna hear you say no, 'cause I'm alone, so far from home, a stranger looking back, I don't know where to go. bend your chest open so I can read your heart. I need to get inside, or I will start a war. Wanna look at the pieces that make you who you are. I wanna build you up, then pick you apart. Let me see the dark sides as well as the bright. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. Let me see the dark sides.
Radiant team ban.
Hello and welcome back here to Game 2 for the Cup Week 1. Underdogs taking on Flying Purple People
10
Eaters.
seconds remaining.
Andre, we just had a huge update from Ice Frog.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited to see how this spices things up a bit.
So let's break down this update for basically. I don't know if you can.
So first and foremost, we've got the massive change to Aegis that now has a tooltip to show you how to precisely and correctly pronounce the name. So
that is the most useful, useful revelation since sliced bread.
We can now finally settle the debate about how it is pronounced. And we're gonna do that.
What is it though? We're gonna wait. So
I'm gonna put Aegis.
Aegis. I think it's Argus. Argus. Or maybe there's the A silence, bro, and it's been Aegis the whole time.
Maybe they're gonna troll us, and it's just gonna be something way different.
But anyway, besides that, there's been a huge change to the attribute system, to how attributes work.
10 seconds
so
remaining.
now all heroes gain all benefits from all the attributes,
5
but if
seconds
you
remaining.
are that specific class of hero, so like strength, agility, or intelligence, you just gain 25% more than what you would if you didn't get
more than everyone else.
Yeah, so basically, if for instance you are a strength hero and buying a ogre axe which gives 10 strength, then you would get a certain amount of HP. Now all heroes get that HP, but if you're a strength hero, you get 25% more than the other heroes would get from that ogre axe.
So Sven will get more HP than a wind ranger or a...
Exactly. So if they get, let's say, 200 HP from an item, and you're a strength hero, you now get 250, which is 25% more than 200. So you get 250 HP from that same item.
And I think the big thing with that strength is that they've taken away status resistance now, and replaced it with magic resistance.
Yeah, they replaced it with magic resistance. That's going to be interesting there's a couple of strength heroes which struggle against magic damage. I'm thinking of like Timbersaw, Dragon Knight, those types of heroes. That's going to be huge changes to those heroes. They're going to get a massive power spike.
Pit Lord. Oh, that's he's got magic resist now off the bat, dude. What?
Even that, that's going to be so strong right now.
The pipe, that is crazy. Pit Lord, maybe it's going to be the thing we were looking. So what else has changed? It was the tower bonus bounty gold have been reduced.
Yeah, for all towers and for Raxes. I think Rax HP got increased. The shrine HPs got increased, and shrines now have 5 HP per second. No, not healing aura, just a self-healing. So if you don't kill the shrine, it's like the Rax, they heal over time.
Okay. And then the creep wave, there was also a few adjustments made there. The range creep.
Yeah, the range creep bounty gold has been slightly reduced from 57 average to 54 average. So it's a slight reduction in bounty reduction from the range creep, but it's gonna make a little bit of a difference to fast push strats are not going to get as much out of the early game as they would have gone. So that Drow strat that we saw earlier would not be as viable anymore.
Oh, Pudge. That's a good... wow. Okay, actually, yeah. I like that.
Yeah, even that with the strength.
So much more magic resistance. What? Flesh heaps, guys. What is this? What has this game become? So anyway, Andre, I know we were chatting about this before the stream started. Just the changes, and I don't. What do you think this means for the game? Like, You know, what's going to happen?
I think a lot of people are going to be caught off guard by
10
certain
seconds
heroes and how
remaining.
strong how strong they've become at
5
different stages in the
seconds
game. So
remaining.
the whole tempo of the game is going to change. And how you see a hero and where he fits into a certain area of the game is going to change drastically. For instance, Pudge, now that
Dire
WC has been
team
picked,
back.
now in the late game is going to be a powerhouse and it's going to be impossible to kill, whether you have magic or physical damage, because he's going to have a massive HP pool. He's going to have a lot of magic resistance. So heroes like that, I think you're going to struggle to judge where the heroes fits in, at least for the first
10
while, where
seconds
these
remaining.
heroes fit into the current game state.
Do you think we're looking at a, you know,
5
more of a
seconds
mid-game
remaining.
fighting meta?
Yeah, I think so. I think because of the reduced bounty on the towers, I think push strats might feel a little bit of knock. I know it's not too much of a bounty decrease, but they might feel a little bit of the knock. But I think also people want to take advantage
Radiant
of
team
everyone
back.
else basically not being sure how strong certain heroes are. So, and the best way to do that
Dire
is just to
team
fight
back.
them 5v5. So I think these mid-game fight type lineups are going to be huge right now.
So yeah, lots of mid-intel heroes, more Leshraks, more Quaps, more that spell amp they get 25% spell. Bro, and
10 seconds
Doctor,
remaining.
is that Maledict
Radiant
pure or is that
team
magical
back.
damage?
The Maledict, I'm not 100%. I think it's magic damage, to be honest.
Taken Maledict
no,
into two
it
strength
is.
heroes already.
Yeah, I think it definitely is, because you can get out of it with BKB and stuff like that.
Viper, look at all the strength
10
heroes being
seconds
bad. Yeah,
remaining.
Axe, Earthshaker, Bristle, Tiny.
5 seconds remaining.
But
They're not key.
we did see that same Bristle first ban coming from Flying Purple People Eaters in the first game as well. So it's probably just a hero that they just don't want to deal with. They just don't like
Dire
playing
team
against it.
pick.
We did exactly the same with Bristleback many times. We just ban it out first phase because it's just a hero we just don't want to face.
Now, I gotta point this out, like, I understand that Underdog did
Radiant
pick the
team
Pit Lord
pick.
first, which is very good against a Drow, but I think Underdog still needed to respect that, you know, in higher level games, you'll often find that teams will run the same draft against you if it worked the first time and you don't make the proper bans.
Yeah.
And Underdogs did let the Drow through.
10 seconds
and
remaining.
Prime Purple Eaters would feel, I'm sure they could have picked the Drow again and picked a similar
Dire
lineup.
team pick.
Luckily it looks like they're not going for that with the Pudge and the Beastmaster. It looks like they want to pick offs a lot more and split push a little bit more. So I don't think they are too afraid of this death ball just mowing down their towers.
10 seconds
quite a bold
remaining.
PL pick.
Radiant team pick.
Well, I know the Earthshaker's out, but the Juicer still left. What wins that? Juicer or PL? I think if it's farmed enough, it'll...
I think the PL takes it.
Oh, you think the PL takes it, eh?
Yeah, I think the PL takes it. The Juicer struggle, or the Juicer takes it in like
10
the early to
seconds
mid game,
remaining.
and then the PL just walks over it in the late game. The
5
farm PL
seconds
is
remaining.
extremely
No,
strong.
it's scary. Scary, especially what's like 3-second cooldown
Yeah.
doppelganger.
It's scary strong.
So why would they pick the... Maybe they're thinking what I'm thinking, that the Juicer takes the PL.
Dire
Maybe,
team
yeah,
back.
maybe. Maybe they're gonna just catch that window in the mid game where they'll be able to be strong enough to walk over them.
Tanky heroes. There's already 4 of these tanky heroes.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The supports are
10
fairly strong. We've
seconds
got the
remaining.
Dazzle and the Witch Doctor can both be very
5
defensive or
seconds remaining.
into
Radiant team
a
back.
actually good extent aggressive heroes. And then we have these beefy pos 4s in the Ogre Magi and the Pudge coming out. We haven't seen the off lane for Flying Purple People Eaters, so I'm gonna see what they pick up here. But I assume that Underlord's going to be off lane for Underdog. So yeah, we've got some beefy heroes, some
10
defensive heroes.
seconds
We've got
remaining.
2 hard carries. So both teams, like on paper, look like they
5
have
seconds
fairly
remaining.
similar drafts going on.
Underdog should have picked the OD here instead of the Ogre. Now it's been banned out. You know, straight. Medusa, pick OD straight, and then in the banning phase, just ban Sniper.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about earlier. Is on that pick situation, you really want to be picking the hero that you need the most, because you're not revealing anything to them. You are picking that 4th and 5th pick in any case. So pick the one that you want the most first.
Especially because now, I mean, the OD would have been horrific here already. Just
yeah. Yeah, it is a common mistake that people they get so into trying to hide their draft and hide what they want to do and leaving themselves open, stuff like that, that they forget that there's a chance that they ban out exactly what you need to win. So pick it while you can, especially in that scenario. That's a very special case. I know some of the other pick phases, the other ban phases, they work slightly different, and you have to consider many other things. You have to consider what's your opening pick, not to reveal your draft, especially if you have second pick, because you have to pick 2 heroes. You don't want to reveal both your supports, for instance. Otherwise, you can very easily spot if it's going to be a tri-lane situation, a dual lane situation, how strong are their lanes, are they going to rotate a lot, etc. You can get a lot from the game if you pick up both your supports on that first and second pick. So there's a lot of complexity going on in that first tier and in the first 2 picks, in the second tier picks. But that last pick in the second tier, you really just want to pick what you need in the game.
Pick those cores, picks there.
Yeah.
Last pick a support.
Yeah.
Choose your heroes.
And then you can pick, for instance, now if they maybe decide they don't want the Ogre Magi, you can pick something which you feel a bit more comfortable with, or you can have some time to think about your pos for a little bit more. But yeah, let's see how this goes. We were talking about this Dragon Knight as well earlier. He's going to also be a powerhouse now with the strength. Yeah, with the strength now giving magic resistance, him already getting all that armor. He's going to be very, very difficult to kill.
Like, I mean, what are we thinking that you get on the same build? Probably Soul Ring, you know, just get in.
Yeah, I think you go fairly the same build. He's just going to be much stronger.
Well, I guess they did put the Necro against him, so they're trying something that's a lot of magic damage over time.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's enough. I don't know who wins that lane.
I think the Necro wins it like for the first 3 levels, maybe 4 levels, and then the Dragon Knight's fine. And yeah,
cool, lots of strength heroes in this here.
Yeah. Yeah, and some durable heroes. A lot of healing, a lot of strength, a lot of armor coming out, a lot of magic resistance. So it's going to be quite an interesting game.
Let's go into this. Underdogs taking on Flying Purple People Eaters. Last game for week 1 of the Bluez Cup, and just on the night of a huge patch. I'd say it's pretty big, considering might just be small things, but sometimes it's the small things that make the big difference. Swallow my burps.
Yeah, I think it's because it's a very core mechanic to the game. Attributes is like the core of all the heroes. If you make a small change to that, it has a very, very big impact on the game.
So Bear's gonna be taking that Pit Lord in the lane. PL, what do they have to deal with this PL? Gets out of hand. Just, you said PL will win likely, so.
Yeah, I think they just need to ensure this Medusa has a good lane, so that he can powerhouse through the mid game. Try not to definitely not buy something like a Hand of Midas on this Medusa. Don't try and look at the super late game. Just go maybe Mask of Madness, stuff like that. Start mowing down towers, pushing through the mid game, and try and finish before like the 35-minute mark, before that PL just gets out of hand.
30 seconds to battle.
So once again, looks like People Eaters are putting themselves on a bit of a timer here. Well, not a hard timer like
no, it's not too hard a timer, and it looks like they are committing this tri-lane to help this Medusa, so she should be fine. And she's also up against the Underlord, which she should have no problem doing. I don't see her having too tough of a lane. I think these supports, this roaming Dazzle and Pudge, are gonna leave the lane fairly early. They're gonna secure, maybe kill the Underlord once, and then just leave the lane. At about 7 minutes, they really shouldn't be in the lane anymore.
Is Medusa able to last it outside the range of the Pit Lord?
Yeah, definitely, easily. Out of the Firestorm.
Yeah, no, of the Atrophy Aura.
Atrophy, Atrophy Aura, definitely.
900 is a pretty big range. And
it is, but you have to remember that means he has to be at the creep wave for it to affect the Medusa. And if you stand at the creep wave, the supports come in and kill you.
As run duo lanes here, the Ogre and the Pit Lord top, and Doctor at bottom. Mid lane Absol taking on Flicky again. Flicky had a great game as an OD last time. And already the first blood, once again I've missed it. He's so pretty useless at this Baz. He's also taking a lot of damage, but punch at the hook.
Yeah, the punch got the hook.
He almost got the mana, eh? He might go for it.
Yeah, this poison touch is really strong. The new one that they changed it, that every time he's attacked, it refreshes the duration.
Yeah,
makes it a really strong spell in lane for Dazzle to harass you out of the lane.
We don't see him played enough, I don't think. An Ice Hook again from 8-8, but the Pit Lord, he's really got the... Oh, he didn't take the Atrophy Aura. Okay, he's gonna take a lot of damage from harass, then he took the Pit of Malice instead, and... Oh, Dazzle wants to keep those procs going, but not gonna get it. Interesting choice to level that pit.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think he needed to get the Atrophy Aura up there. I mean, you're up against hero that are going to be right-clicking you, despite now the Pudge, but Medusa and Dazzle, most of the damage comes from just right-clicking you.
Lane seems like a pretty even affair so far. I mean, sorry, no, it's favoring Dragon Knight's favor. He's just last sitting better.
Yeah, I think from about this stage, he's got 2 points in that Dragon Blade. Then the Necro is going to struggle to get him out of lane. And also, every time the Necro tries to go Ghost Shroud into Death Pulse, you just breathe fire, and then basically lose all the HP. You just try to heal up again.
Interesting choice, this Necro. I haven't seen it played mid in a... But I remember, there was a phase when there was just Necro carries
green
and
heroes.
Mids and the green heroes, the Venos and the Necros and the Vipers and the Rubiks, dude.
Yeah.
So many of them. I think you termed that, you coined that. What was that?
I'm not sure, it wasn't me.
That's just what it was, dude.
Yeah, the green heroes, they were
green hero phase. This Beastmaster just bullying Crow.
But it looks like, despite now the mid lane, it looks like Flying Purple People Eaters are winning the other two lanes, definitely. This Beastmaster,
Put the hook, Muzz, there was a ward on him, and 8-8's gonna find it. That vision gets the kill. Tri lane going very well for Purple People.
Yeah, that is a scary tri lane. They should just get their supports out of the lane.
Yeah, go bottom.
The Underlord should just try and get farm where he can, get some XP up, and just farm with Firestorm. They're wasting the time trying to contest this lane.
Another common misconception is if you're running tri lane against tri lane, the first one to lose, you need to get your supports out of there. Then
yeah.
There's just no use staying around.
That's a good general rule of thumb. Just get the supports out of there. If you're losing the lane, there's no use for the supports being there. You're not going to catch up. Obviously, they have a stronger lane than you. Maybe if by fluke you dropped the first 2 kills or something like that, you just made a mistake and you really feel your lane is stronger, then you can maybe keep them in lane. But most often if you're going tri lane up tri lane, if you lose the first 2 fights, just back out, get your supports out of the lane, roam, try and win the other lanes at least.
Yeah, this DK should be A-okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. Watching him try to dominate. Ash going for the tranquils on the slow start this time round. Settling in for the patch. The Muzz, he's got the Invis rune and they can get the kill on Fleeky here, who doesn't have any points on the Ghost Shroud, so Daniel, you just use that. What does the Dragon Knight have to follow? Ogre's there too. Nice rotation from the supports on underdogs, and they will bring down Necro. Good stuff. The hook not going to connect either.
Well, I think he would have been in trouble if he actually managed to hook him there.
They are giving this Beastmaster a level up. Interesting. I see Beastmasters either skill completely Wild Axes and Inner Beast, or Call of the Wild and Inner Beast.
Yeah, you never mix the two. You typically want to go the axes if you're ahead. The axes if you're behind, and the Call of the Wild if you're ahead.
Done. Maledict.
Oh, that fast bounce.
But yeah, funny if Maledict was on the Doctor.
That cast,
but it bounced into the creeps.
Top creeps, yeah.
Oh, that feels bad. Oh, because the bird was there, the hawk was giving the vision. Oh, that's really unfortunate. No, that doesn't make sense.
No, it just
doesn't make any sense
yeah,
at all.
the cost doesn't need vision to select targets. So it can bounce to doesn't matter if there's vision or not. They should really change that. I feel that's a change they should make. Like, Cask should prioritize
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
not necessarily heroes, but like enemies that you can see.
Oh, look at it go!
Going again, the Witchdoctor's a good pick against Beastmaster. Stuns all the creeps, but he might actually. Hey. No, I keep expecting these whirling axes to pop out, and they just never do. I mean, doesn't he? Look at those balls. Look at that slow, man.
Yeah, that ball does so much damage.
8-8.
And it's so good. It's so good,
mid.
especially if you're so far ahead of the supports. That ball alone can just zone a support.
Generation.
It's like having your own little support in lane.
Yeah. It's like, hey, dude, do dazzle things.
Yeah.
Look at
Slow
this.
him and do damage to him.
This PL, they really need to bring this ogre bottom. But mid, they're gonna go for the kill there once again. Nice hook from 8-8, saving his necro. Taking a bit more damage on that Melodic might have actually issue. Yeah, I see he's doing okay, man. He's not like farming really well like last game, but there's more stuff happening around the map.
Yeah.
Bottom. Yeah, 8-8. This PL's pretty low.
Yeah. If you can get the hook down on this PL, he's dead. Oh, I think they just want a primal raw into hook.
Right click him.
Ugh, they have
to be close to each other though.
Primal raw into hook is a dead PL.
How much does primal raw do damage? Like there we go.
Oh, you got the creep.
Oh no, that's a big thing. And then rescue the BM hesitated there for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I think he was waiting for him to clear that creep, and he thought he was clear of the creep.
Well, that's alright, those things do happen. Like I said, the sucks is when it's your ult that you are hitting.
Yeah. And that would have definitely been a kill.
Don't think you should be a Witch Doctor, like you're not doing anything, you know, they got wards here. If you're coming top, you should at least de-ward. You're just sort of draining XP right now.
Yeah, I think he is just draining XP right now, and it's not going good for this Underlord. This Underlord needs his levels to be able to catch up. He catches up really quickly with that Firestorm. If he hit level 5 like he has now, and you can just manage to maybe even fly yourself up 2 clarities and just use your Firestorm to farm out your mana boots, all of a sudden you are back on track for catching up. But he's struggling to do that with that Witch Doctor around, and to be honest, that Witch Doctor is not going to help at all against these two. Instead of them getting the Underlord, they're just going to get the Witch Doctor.
The fight around the double damage, 8-8 brings back Ogre into the reaches of Flecky, who might just actually drop the Scythe. Does he want to use it? Nah, double damage. No uphill misses for you, and Ogre, you're down. Down and out for the count. They want to save the... Can he get the hook again? Oh. If he would have got the kill. Meanwhile, Crow getting the kill on the Beastmaster. Actually, well played by him. I want to see how that happened.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened. The Beastmaster was just sitting pretty in that lane. I wonder how he got himself into trouble like that.
Trying to toggle. Okay, that's better. Done. The Necro is actually holding his own with DK. Fairly.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's struggling, and he doesn't really have any kill potential.
So what's the plan here for both teams? Just farm, or I mean, I'm pretty sure flying purple people eaters, they're gonna want to start pushing soonish.
Yeah, flying purple people eaters are gonna want to push this top tower as soon as possible. Because it's the tower, it's the lane which I think they are winning the most convincingly at the moment.
Oh, he got the hook! 8-8 with the plays, he drags that all into the tower, he's gonna pop Dragonform instantly, but the Reaper Scythe is there to bring him down, and now Nash is gonna watch his mid player die in front of his eyes.
Just as I say that they don't really have kill potential in the mid, they killed mid.
Yeah, I gotta say, his hooks so far have been really good.
Yeah, no, this patch has been very, very, very good at this game.
There we go. That's what should have happened last time, I think. I don't know how on earth PL got the kill in solo. Maybe creep aggro, tower damage, something, might have died, who knows. But no Pudge Arcana. Guys, here, we're gonna start me up for 8-8, get him a Pudge Arcana. You can actually hook well, and like most of these Pudge players I've been seeing, dude. Oh, for you, dude.
Yeah.
You don't play good Pudge.
Radiant's bottom
I don't
tower
care.
is under attack.
I just want nice things, bro.
I think Pudge is actually my most played hero by luck.
Serious?
Yeah,
I've played this dude.
I've played twice as many Pudge games as any other hero.
Hectic. You're that guy, dude. Like
That guy, bro. Plays
at least it's not techies though. You know, you have like some standards, dude.
Yeah.
Like they may be low, but they're still standards. So
Exactly.
we just count it, dude.
Coming for dinner.
Fun yet. PL, if they can find the real one, they got Raw in 15, and pretty sure Pudge would love to get on that guy.
Yeah.
But Lord, he's 6 now. He's not doing badly. I gotta give it to
Oh, there's the hook.
old. He's not gonna get it. Oh my goodness, they're gonna bring it back. Roar, Maz gonna fall for that. But they do get the kill on 8-8 first. But it's more kill for the Witch Doctor actually. More gold, sorry, for the Witch Doctor, not kill.
Yeah. Because this patch has been involved in quite a couple of fights, so it's more valuable right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Don't know what these guys are doing in the top lane, but I really feel like they should be pressuring this tower. Like,
Yeah, they just like they.
you say
You know, you've got a favorable lane there. Yeah,
Yeah.
technically.
yeah. Medusa is looking like she's getting a Mask of Madness, so she's probably just waiting for that to take the tower.
Nash, he's smoked up. He played offlane Tide last game. Rotation bottom now. It's a tough kill though.
It's a tough kill, but they should be able to get it.
Yeah, there we go. Witch Doctor going right forward. Boom, bam, well played by underdogs.
Yeah, they're showing up to this early game. I must say they really
Dire's
moving
bottom
quite
tower
nicely.
is under attack.
They fell behind a little bit in the early game, but they're catching up nicely right now.
Catching up. I mean, this Pudge has got 3 of their 4 kills, so oh, sorry, assists. Still has 2 of the kills. Though. Wow.
Yeah, and PL now beating for that first place spot on the network graph, despite having quite a tough early game lane against that Beastmaster.
Ted. Fine. Bottle. Juicer. Oh, this Pitlor's gonna go straight Vanguard, probably. Crow gets the kill on the 8-8 in the bottom.
Oh, he might pay for his life for this.
Gonna be brought down, but the Death Ward is dropped on the backside of the Beastmaster, and he's out and down for the count again. But that's it's actually not really worth. It's only 25 more gold. That's crazy, actually. Beastmaster's just so big right now. For some reason.
Yeah, he did very well in the early game. He started.
The hook. 8-8. Unfortunate.
The Beastmaster is starting to fall behind a little bit now. He's thrown his body
Radiant's top
back
tower
away.
is under attack.
Just hang back a little bit more, farm up a bit more, wait for his team to keep up with him, then
Radiant
start
structures
just
are
down
fortified.
towers.
Top tier.
Radiant's
Tier 1
top
should fall.
tower is
Radiant
under
find
attack.
himself in a bit of trouble right here.
It's down again, yeah. He's gonna be brought down. This PL with this Maledict combo, it's actually working really nicely. They gotta be able to shut down. How are they gonna shut Crow down? He gets large.
They're gonna start struggling now.
Dire's
It's
bottom
getting
tower
pretty
is
big
under
right now.
attack.
You could just go for this. No, they're not gonna do it. Would have been cool.
Yeah,
Centaur.
I think they're gonna struggle into that Centaur creep.
Oh,
Double
Being
damage.
committed. He's got his Necro books up now.
oh, actually, look at that damage. No matter for you, dude. He's gonna throw the axes. There's quite a tanky hero to be going on, Ogre. Especially with Muzz there, but they're gonna get the kill anyway. Maybe he wants to turn this onto Muzz, but PL's there with the Maledict. Level 3, sorry. They're gonna easily bring down this Beastmaster, and Pudge is gonna hook that poor range creep. Tower. Oh. Banner Snake is... What ability is that sometimes?
Yeah, no, it's too much.
This mid lane, both these guys are farming a lot. Get to see them really actively move around. I'm surprised the DK, I mean, he's level 11, still yet to take a tower with the Dragonfall.
Yeah, I think he's just Dragonfall map. I think he's underestimating how
8-8 gonna be brought down again, and so will Dazzle probably, unless he goes for the straight blink TP, but he doesn't have a TP, so he will
just go for the try. At least try.
Over close. This PL getting huge. Crow just picked up an easy double kill. He's got the whole diffusal blade now.
Yeah, he's that's becoming a real problem right now.
Lane just farming away.
It's very weird. This Dragon Knight really should start pressuring this tower.
They need to
try and get the pick off.
They need to draw attention away from. No, but yeah, Ogre just coming in for some casual array.
Big communication issue.
Top lane, Juicer gonna get caught up in the pit. Followed by Cask and a Maledict, but she's just gonna TP out. Knows there's no more stuns to hold her in place. Well played by her.
She actually TP'd back to her tier 1.
Oh, okay, well done. Sort of. Well, she can follow. She got the mask. Yeah. She regen.
Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower
8-8 really wants to kill.
attack.
They really want this DK.
Radiant's
but
bottom tower has
Azul playing really safe. Beastmaster doing his job, pushing the towers down early. It's what they need. But now the stun from Nash gonna lock down, rescue, and restore in place so that the PL can make his approach. Yeah, this is filthy. I think Beastmaster just accepts his fate here. He actually does get the kill on. Well played, well microed there with the Alpha Wolf and his, what is that called? Beast of the Wild. It's a boar, sorry. Yeah, with the boar he brings down the ogre, so he does get something in exchange for his life, but still that PL 8-2.
PL's
that's
not getting
huge.
out of control.
To make a plan up quick, purple people eaters.
Yeah, if I was him, I would send this PL top. The moment he got his div plate, actually, I would send him top, get that Underlord bot, get some farm on him, get him to catch up, and then
just wreck the juicer.
Yeah, just wreck the juicer, and get that farm on the Underlord, and yeah, take it from there. Because I mean, the mid lane is very stagnant right now.
They're just gonna farm until, I mean, Necro wants Rags. I know what DK wants. He wants whole Silver's Edge.
Yeah, it looks like Silver's Edge, eh? Silver's Edge probably for the patch, I guess.
Rescue and Restore, he's gonna roar against the wrong guy. He's doing a lot of damage to Crow. Oh my word, can this be the kill?
A lot of damage.
Oh no, he's gonna get the doppelganger away. Oh, that is so unlucky. Wow.
Yeah, that Beastmaster with
this side committed
in a beast
brings down DK.
And level 4 and Necro books, it just does so much.
Damage lane, farming creep. He's swiftly falling behind this PL now.
Yeah.
Wants to catch up. Just burning a mana, look at it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, with that kill on the DK, he actually got the full Radiance. They want him fleeky.
Going blink next, so...
Okay, there's a DD on that PL, which is nasty.
Yeah.
They're just gonna give it the chase and get the courier.
Has been killed.
And there was the Radiance on there, and a Dragon Lance. Oh no. Oh no. You gotta be careful where you are when you're calling the courier. You gotta be aware of that.
Yeah, this is starting to look pretty grim for Flying Purple People Eaters. They're falling behind on all aspects right now.
Lack of Radiance for 3 minutes is a...
Yeah, that's gonna hurt them even. I don't know why this Underlord is still in the top lane though. That like bottom lane is not being at all.
Yeah, just a pitlord split push, man, and he TPs to join you for fights or whatever.
Exactly.
Well, you just max your use on him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Take this tier 1 top lane. Maybe the defense from Purple People. He looks back at PL, that's the worst person to probably hook because his team are just there to say, no you don't, Shallow Grave. Nicely done, gonna keep 8-8 alive, but Crow way too fast to be held down, and I'm sure Punch will pay for his life. Another 2 Kira's already low, they're dropping. The right clicks, PL re-entering back in, nice brute lance, bring him down, gets himself a double. Beautifully played by Crow. The disengage, the re-engage, and his team just backing him up. But now Rescue and Restore might be coming into feed. Necro's there. They're going to roar up the Ogre. Interesting target. Reaper Scythe and OD actually pretty worth. Muzz now. He's got the Death Ward, but there's no Maledict on either of these guys, so they're going to be okay. Flicky gets himself a double kill. And that shot him to second on the net worth.
Yeah, that was quite an interesting exchange there. I don't think there was any reason for the Witch Doctor to come in there. Fight was over. I mean, why did you want to run in there?
Because of the first form, second form of Dragon, second use of Dragon form we've seen.
Top tower is under
Absol gonna finally start that push a bit late, but yeah, he's lost all their, they've already lost all their tier 1s, and I think Fliffy's keen to keep pushing here with the Pit Lord down. He is pinging out the tier 2 in this top lane. He's just gonna back.
I think that was a defensive ping. I think that ping came from the Radiant side.
They need this courier backup.
Yeah, they need that Radiance. That Radiance is gonna help.
Is under attack.
Okay, just farming, man.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah.
Just missed his peak though, like Crow though.
Oh,
what's the kill on?
Cancelled his ulti.
Agile, hang on, Crow's going for that Diffusal Blade doing a lot of damage. They might get the kill. The roar though! Oh, the doppelganger dodge. Crow, he's trying to outplay this one. He might just do that. He's got a lot of illusions and Rescue and Restore. He doesn't know that the one right next to him is the real guy, but they're gonna bring him down. Flicky comes in. The Radsbird just gets himself the Death Pulse off and the right click. Oh. Man, nice doppelganger. Like, good players from Crow so far.
Yeah, some good plays, but I think he was a little bit too aggressive right there. That's
actually put Necro top of the net worth. This is the timings are all messed up in my side of the head because the Necrobooks are going for it. They put down the Witch Doctor. Absol now into the fray. There's a big pit of Malice in the middle. Baz coming in with the damage. The Shadow Grave going to keep the Beastmaster alive for the moment. 8-8 trying to help his team. Flecky blinks forward, gets the Death Pulse. It's not enough though. Beastmaster falling down. And now Purple People Eaters, they on the retreat here. The Hook going to miss. Was probably going for his ally. Underdog's just going to disengage. Happy with that exchange. Must have done for quite a long time. There's a DD in that top spot. Now the courier's up. Radiance. I think that Necro's net worth is about to shoot up again.
Yeah. Well, I think it still counts in your net worth. Counts in your net.
Oh really? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing happened. That's disappointing. Hoping it was something cool.
No.
No, they would probably. I'd use this double damage.
But it is gonna.
So you got blink.
Yeah, I mean it does so much. And I think now the game's gonna start swinging a little bit for flying purple people to use, and they should use this power spike that they just did.
Use a full hurricane pike about a.
Yeah, even she should join the battle. I mean, I think she should get another.
It's gonna deny itself. You're kidding me? Crow now going on Flicky. Shame, man. Flicky's unstoppable. Now it's PL's turn to get revenge there. Unstoppable kill just going left, right, and center.
Yeah.
How do they thin out these illusions? Rads isn't gonna do it enough.
Yeah.
They need like. I have Scott. Not I have. Yeah, I have Scotty. No, not I have Scotty. Sorry, what's that thing? Shiva's God.
Shiva's God.
On the Necro.
Yeah,
that should be his next item.
Yeah, on the Necro, or even the Purge can get it.
What they're planning to do, yeah, they need Necro to take this fight. He can restore. Wisely backing himself.
The Purge in now.
If they can wait 13 seconds, then maybe they could take this fight. Though there is no Medusa there. I don't know about this one. Purple People Eaters is the play. It is going to be someone rolls the correct one, but there's no follow-up for it. Crow is going to survive through this instantly doppelganger after the effects of Warlord. Dazzle having to Shadow Grave himself, which leaves Beastmaster to be solo killed on the backlines.
Yeah, and the Pudge being solo killed at the bottom with Dragon Knight. Oh no. Not
and then, yeah, Dazzle also falls. Ignite, what a spell. And now the rest of the cores for Purple People Eaters, they're there, but what are they going to do?
Yeah, I think some miscommunication and some poor decision making coming out now from people leaders, just taking fights very split up.
No,
they can't. Also, this I see this a lot as well. If you're doing okay, well after this fight, here we go. Flicky blinking in blindly. I think he wanted the Reaper's side, but he's just going to get stunned up and brought down.
Yeah, he wanted the
very questionable play.
Crow.
Very questionable play though. Yeah, it's not worth. that necro for the high ground.
Yeah,
Use is good, but
I mean, even if you get it, like, there's a Witch Doctor Maledict following up, you're not going to be able to shroud that cast. You've got lots of stuns. Like, there's no way where you survive that. So, like, at best, you try and trade, but I mean, even that, it's really not worth it.
I just want to bring attention back to up at this top tier 2. I see there's quite a lot also in pubs and you know, you're 3 players down and you're still trying to defend your top tier 2. You're just standing there doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're losing XP across the map.
Exactly.
When that happens, just accept. It's okay to drop towers. Like, accept the towers are down and just move on to the next one. Big fight here. Crow gonna get the hook once again into PL. Straight onto Easy, who pops her out, but she's just been melted down. Shadow Grave there, though. They have found themselves the real PL. Crow, does he have the doppelganger? Yes, he does in 1 second. It's not gonna be enough. He's brought down. The Shadow Grave from Owl, keeping his team alive. Now Baz having to use the Dark Rift. Can they kill him before? They will not. That's huge for the side of Purple People Eaters, with that Juicer surviving that too.
Yeah, that Juicer should have started joining this fight a long time ago. I mean, she went to Mask of Madness and Dragonlance. That means she wants to, and the phase boots. That means she wants to fight early, not farm. So if she wanted to farm, she would rather go something like Treads and maybe Mjolnir, something like that. Yasha Mjolnir. But she went for the Mask of Madness, phase boots, Dragonlance type build, which means she wants to at best like try and take towers early, but she's been in the bush for most of this game, and she has such a big impact with that ulti of hers. That ulti of hers, you have to remember that it once it turns illusions into stone form, they immediately die. So it's a okay way to deal with the PL.
She should consider getting that next to.
New treasures.
The game fairly balanced actually at this stage, and like I said, it's so difficult to judge who's ahead at this stage and who's behind and who's strong and who's weak, because then for one moment it looks like Crow is busy just walking over them, and the next moment just melting.
You just gotta watch and wait, I guess. I want to see how much magic resistance this guy has. Casual 55 magic resist, level 15 on the Pit Lord.
Oh, on the Pit Lord, yeah, on a Pit Lord.
Pipe. So he has 40 standard, because that pipe only gives him 10%.
Yeah, so 75 magic resistance.
The 30, he gives 30.
75 magic resistance. Pipe gives, what, 30%? I think, so it scales diminishingly. So I think all Euros start with 50% or something like that. Magic resistance, and then it goes up. Like, if you get 30% magic resistance, an item that gives 30%, it's 30% of that 50%. The remaining 50%.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke from under.
Oh, sorry, 20. You start with 25. Sorry, you start with 25% all Euros,
5,
and then it stacks diminishingly.
Smoke from underdog's not going to be sick.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything done with that smoke.
Whoa, look at it go!
But it looks like they really want this bot tower.
Dude, they're grouping up for it.
Blind Purple People Eater is really going to need that Medusa in that fight.
Yeah, she needs to be there. Does she have a TP? No, she doesn't. That might be a drop tower then.
Looks like she's making her way there now.
Coming, the D ward, there's the ward, the aggressive ward, and the D ward going to come out from Dazzle first. Well played by him. It's huge for his team, but Phantom Lancer going to go with straight Shadow Grave onto Dazzle, going to save himself, but that means he doesn't have it for another 10 seconds. And Crow, he just got it on the team, they're all dropping. Absolve getting the double kill right now, but Juicer down, Dazzle down, Punch down. Purple People Eaters falling apart in the scenes. They can't seem to find the real PL, and he's just mounting them in the backlines. Fleeky, the last one alive. He's not going to be able to hold this. There's the stun. He's broken as well. Another stun. He's going to go buyback before some Beastmaster. Underdogs living up to their name after that first game.
Yeah. Pushing through this game pretty easily. I think big mistake that Dazzle made there was I think he. I'm not sure how much his buyback cost. Oh no, he didn't have enough for buyback, because using that Shallow Grave on himself, and also the Medusa not activating her ulti as she walked in, she allowed the PL to hit her a couple of times, and then no mana for it. Yeah.
But look how tanky Absolve is at the moment. Like, they're just not going to kill him. Crow dropping low, the Dark Drift going to be used. Actually going to kill off the PL. Okay. And now the Medusa Salt's used. Bad timing, I don't know. That doesn't stop a TP, does it?
No. Well, it doesn't stop that TP.
Nothing stops that TP.
Yeah.
Literally nothing.
Yeah, not even, I don't think even Chronosphere doesn't even stop it.
I've seen some hooks out of it.
Yeah. You
This is interesting.
Gonna out of it.
Where are these creeps going?
I don't know.
They're on their own mission here, dude. I saw these red like dots just running around the side of the map. But look at them.
Now they're
These
going back to base.
They were pulled somehow from here. I don't know. They're on a mission, dude. This is the COVID Dire team.
Back to base.
Dire special ops. Yeah. Oh, they're meeting up with the boys, bro. No, where are they going?
No, they're just carrying on as if nothing happened.
They're running back to base, dude.
Guys, pretend that nothing happened. We
Yeah.
all along.
Sorry, I just got to work. Okay, there's kills happening in the mid lane. Flaky, he's going to be melted up. A nice one again. There's the ban, but a man is holding him up. Shadow Grave to keep the Necrophos alive. And there's just so much damage in the backline. They will get a Reaper's Scythe onto the... But in the meantime, these creeps have somehow... I think they found their rightful lane. They found their calling.
Yeah, well, now they're just going to mean more farm.
They ran from here to here and then all the way back. What drew that aggro like that?
That was weird. It was very weird. Just Dota things, you know?
Just Dota things, man.
New treasures.
Looking very dire.
For the Dire team.
Dire. No, for the Dire team.
Dire's middle tower is under
So
attack.
obviously there's nothing between it, but they just... Juice not... Let her presence be felt yet.
Yeah, she's been farming.
She's farming well.
And I think that's the reason why the net worth shows such a
middle
close
tower
game. But
has fallen.
I mean, this Dusa, she's not been pitching up to fights, and if she doesn't start pitching up to fights, she might just lose the game for a team.
Carries, like I know you get late game carries, but you need to know when your team needs you. You need to have a grasp of what's happening all around the rest of the map. Like right now, Roche.
While that's happening, also this PL is out farming her, and PL is a stronger late game hero, and he's almost got his heart right now. And then he's going to be basically impossible to kill, and he's going to dish out a huge amount of damage.
Looks like, I don't know why they want to try contest this. They've got nothing. It's just Pudge. Purple People Eaters need to let this Roche drop. The juice is not there. The Necro's not there. But actually, they forced it backwards. That's actually interesting. Okay, so it just shows Underdog's not having the vision they need. They're not sure where the rest of the heroes are.
Exactly. I think they expecting everyone to be there.
Might be a big Roche fight. This could actually decide the game here. How's buybacks looking for everyone? Yusa has it. Necro has it. PL does not have it. So this, whoever wins this can potentially just push forward a Roche. The hook already coming out. He finds the PL once again, Crow, and the Punch is going to instantly eat him. If they can pick up this PL right now, the beginning is with the thing. The side is on the wrong guy, but he's brought down. The roar from Beastmaster. This has opened the way for Purple People Eaters. Buzzy with the dead water. It's huge. It connects onto 3, but he's going to be able to survive. He will be stunned up eventually. Now it's just Nash. Baz coming in. They really need to get out of here. Underdogs, sorry, no, Underdogs need to disengage really, really badly. That's a lost Roche fight for them. They will kill Dazzle as a exchange absolve. He's going in. He's doing a lot of damage. Oh my goodness gracious me. And there's no Reaper Scythe for this guy. Play key. How he wants to play this. Might fall. That armlet toggling. Easy. He's trying to man fight him, but he's out of mana. He's going to drop down. Flecky. Yeah, I don't even... They're just killing each other off.
I think Flecky might want to go for this. He does have
the Roche should go for the...
No, go for the...
Oh, no. Oh my goodness. Where was the vision? Stage in the game, they can go for... They should just go for Roche. This Dragon Form is you know, Flecky should just finish it.
Yeah.
Dragon Form is down. Beastmaster creeps helping out. Can self-sustain himself, so...
Yeah, and he's got the Pudge now there to protect him as well. Maybe get the Pudge to tank for him though.
Yeah, it would be quite nice. That's who needs to tank when you're... you have an Aegis.
fallen to the death.
Immortality.
If they can pick up the PL like that every fight, but get the vision down for the Dragon Knight.
Yeah. I think at this stage they shouldn't try and commit the Reaper Scythe for the PL. They should try and commit it for the Dragon Knight. It is more impactful on the Dragon Knight. Well, saying that also, the PL does now have his heart, so...
Lovely.
You need 2 Reaper Scythes. They need another Necro in this game.
They're gonna need another
find
Necro.
one of those. Another Necro. Flying purple people eaters need another Necro. Yo.
That is a...
Should write children's books, dude.
tense sentence.
Tense. That is intense. Going for Roche? Kidding, they're not going for Roche. Because Roche is dead. I got you.
Mere coin.
Crow moving top. Yeah, but you look. I actually looked.
I
man.
take that.
That's the game plan from here though. There's still nothing between these teams.
Yeah,
So, 1K.
and that nothingness is all this Medusa just farming up. She has her Ivescotty now, and if she can position herself well in the fights,
Not die. But using that to...
yeah, and underdogs are really going to start struggling then.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be no respect from underdogs for this Aegis pickup.
It's going to be interesting to see if this Medusa goes for the +7 split shot targets, because that's going to be very useful against the PL, or if she
Big
goes for the
Beastmaster's
modifiers.
Is 24 seconds. If they push up right now with this wave.
Be able to hold this. Medusa
Nah,
ulti up.
yeah.
Medusa ulti up. They've got Shallow Grave. They've got Necro ulti up. They should be able to hold this.
They really want to go for it, and the Beastmaster just split pushing bot, which is good. Necro, you got to Medusa ult now. There we go. Let's come out early. She's a bit far forward, but she can be hooked back.
That was a big...
No, you don't need to hook her back. You just got to leave her there. They're not going to fight her because now it's down, and the rest of Beam Dire are going to be torn apart. As Absol streams forward with PL and support, they're going to get a big bit of menace there with the damage from the Firestorm, and they are raking through people eaters. At this time, Beastmaster is getting the rat bottom, but the buybacks are not available on the juicer.
Yeah, that might be 2 racks down. Just that one hook basically cost them 2
That cost them, yeah. You got to be careful. You got to think this stuff through before you do it.
Oh, it might just cost them the game straight up.
Yeah, that's going straight for him. Dazzle buyback. What's he going to do? Shallow Grave. Let's Shadow Wave people.
They do still have the Necro ulti up. I don't know what they can do with it here.
No, he just blinks and gets stunned up. Fleeky. Last drop. Gonna get the ult on the Witch Doctor and Shadow Grave, but don't think he's gonna survive this one. All coming up, they do pick the ball, but there's just... they needed this juicer. No impact.
Far back on the beast.
They're really gonna try all this. They could actually do it. Fleeky, he can't die a second time. Surely not. No, you're gonna be fine. 8-8. He's trying to find the real PL, but losing HP all the time. And Absol happy to just take this up. Gonna be stunned. Blink forward, Fleeky. This Ancient falling lower and lower. Is currently sitting at 2900 HP. Fleeky, he really wants the kill on the PL. On the backlines, Absol will be brought down, and they might actually hold here.
Yeah,
that's crazy. They hold, and each side just lost to Rax.
Well, they did also lose their tier.
Oh yes, that is quite a...
That is scary.
This Radiance is also going to stop PL from healing up. You could actually get on him. He's got the blink up in 3.
Oh, 3.
Yeah.
3, 2.
Come on.
1.
Yes, this thing's fuzzed.
You might just turn and burn actually here. Oh, the Radiance, it makes it very tricky.
Is under attack.
Nah, this PL's fine. Not killing him today, no siree. People Eaters managed to hold on to the game.
Just barely.
That Ancient will just heal up.
Yeah, 8 HP a second. It'll be full by the time they try another push like that.
His net worth is higher than... Got the eggs. Oh, that's huge actually. How much gold? He's sitting on 9,000 gold.
Well, he was,
Just bought that eggs. Bought it all at the same ting 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 ting. So what's the cooldown now? 25 seconds. That's what they need. So they needed 2 Necros, and that's huge. Now it just gets Octarine. It's going hard. I said Octarine.
I like where you're thinking. I like where you're thinking.
Yeah, thanks,
man.
man.
I like the Octarine. with the Radiance, obviously, and also the Death Pulse with the Ghost Shroud. That's a lot of healing. But I think the smart move is tanking up a little bit as this Necro.
Dusa should have gone BKB a long time ago.
Yeah, this Dusa really needs a BKB. I think she needs to just sell that Ring of a Killer and just buy herself a BKB.
Yeah, you just need to stop the mana drain. You need to stop being locked down and stunned, and that stuff's negatable by BKB. Looks like people eaters. They're gonna go for a smoke play.
Yeah, they want to find this PL here in the bot lane. Yeah, that'd be great for them.
Haste.
Looks like they're all gonna wrap around.
Oh, haste on the Beastmaster. Nice. Very nice. They know he's there. Honorable gave it away, but can they find the real one? He's gonna throw the axes. They find him. How the hell did he pick him up? Now he's stunned up. This could be the end for Crow. Gonna be ulted straight away. That's huge. That's enormous. They did use the Juicer ult. Probably not necessary, but you know, for that, you commit everything. What's his buyback? He does have it though. So nice play there by People Eaters. They've turned this around.
Beastmaster, thanks.
They can force out the buyback and kill him again.
This Dragon Knight could just go and mow down their mid racks.
Going to be here. There is a Pudge out of position. No, he's going to force stuff. Be the call, yeah. Defend.
Back.
Look at that top wave as well. Look at this wave top. Oh my goodness gracious.
You can lose the game right here if you're not careful.
Yeah, they're going to go back.
Yeah, I would say maybe farm up a little bit more, wait for the next Roche, get the lanes pushed out again, and then try and move.
I'll take that.
Pitlord also has a rest. Jeez.
Yeah, this game going extremely weird. I must say, like I predicted, I think everything feels very off, Yeah, it feels like certain heroes are too strong, certain hero, or not. I don't mean they're imbalanced. I just mean how you think about the hero has changed quite a lot.
I can see this Dragon Knight, like that's magic resist is.
Yeah, no,
it's really helping him out.
Lethal. Yeah.
Invisibility.
This. He's just
bottom shrine is
going to use a mid and keep pushing out the waves. They're waiting for this PL to come up. They're going to go for the smoke. So just out the waves, underdogs. This game's basically hanging on a nice edge right now. It's a misplays. It's all that stands in here is one team making a mistake.
Bottom is missing.
Yeah, this can be interesting. I'm interested to see how they try and utilize this Medusa, because they really need to get her in the fight, and for that she is going to need a BKB.
She's still not interested in that, I don't think. Needs the buyback, obviously.
Yeah, in this stage of the game, with your tier 4s down, you need buyback. You need to save for buyback at all times. And because you're saving for buyback, that buys the enemy team a little bit of a gap where you're not getting stronger because you're not buying items.
From underdogs and the scan.
Just what I've been waiting.
There's a Necro.
Oh, looks like
he's going to blink backwards. Juicer, she does have the Hurricane Punch. She might need to actually use a nice hook from Punch, saving him, but now Fleeky, he's trapped away from his team. Cut off Grove going in right now. He's stunned up, he's brought down. He does have the buyback. Raw by Beastmaster. It's not going to really do much. Just stun up the Ogre. Interesting target choice. Hook out. They're running back. Easy. He's got an Angry Crota's back. Yeah, Necro's going to have to buy back here. They got to control this PL, but the creep wave is not pushed in. Yeah, look at Crow. Look at Crow. Oh my god, he's going to kill this. He's going to kill the Juicer. Surely.
This fight's just happening all over the place.
It's happening all over. Like, the thing is that they still did the backdoor slap, and Pitlord's fallen really low with the magic damage. Onto the Punch, might bring him down. There we go, Necro gonna find PL. The buyback being worth it, but they need to follow up damage. They have another Reaper Scythe in 20 seconds, so maybe they can use that, but this tower falling incredibly fast.
Oh, another change that came out is now fortification is now 6 seconds instead of 5.
Dire's middle tower.
Oh yes, that is quite a
Radiant's middle tower
good difference.
Yeah, it makes quite a big difference.
They're completely backing it. They're just going to drop the racks.
Yeah, I don't think they really have a choice. They need to wait for Reaper Scythe. Now they're going to push against the Reaper Scythe. Maybe get that
Beastmaster's down, no buyback. It's looking very good here for underdogs. There's the the buyback once. He Reaper side, the Blade Mail not going to be enough because he just instantly... he's going to get stunned out with the Melody on him. Early Shadow Grave, but it's there nonetheless. It's going to keep him alive, followed by the Weave. Absol. He got the BKB popped. He's just taking so much damage. Going to bring down Flicky. That's at the end of the buyback. Easy as well. Stunned up. I think this is the GG's. Underdogs calling it over. We're going to go to game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
Nice counting.
GG is called. GG's in the chat.
Yeah, looks like we're going to game 3.
Dire's Ancient is
Hectic. Well, I'll
under
see you
attack.
guys there. Hopefully the audio was better this time around.
I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. Inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. Let me see the dark sides as well as the bright. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. Let me see the dark sides as well as the bright. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out. Inside out. I'm gonna love you inside out.
No, I won't say that it's all my fault. Go your own way, like I'm mad at all. 'Cause you left and you felt good, you've only got yourself to blame. I guess that I messed up when I called you by my ex's name. Time is running out, all the sparks keep closing in. I may be dancing on my own, but I'm gonna fall for you again. You're like light my city on fire. You got me inspired.
I'm fighting the flame, but it's taking me higher. And I know that we're both to blame, but I'd do it all over again. We've got chances, so much time to give.
I'll wait hours, I won't second guess.
You come on racing when I gave into your words again.
I won't burn bridges, stop being my broken chain.
It's only that you feel good, you only got yourself to blame.
I'm sorry I messed up when I called you by my ex's name. Time is running out, do the sparks keep closing in?
I may be dancing on my own, but I'm gonna fall for you again.
You light my city on fire, you got me inspired.
I'm fighting the flame, but it's taking me higher. And I know that we're both to blame, but I'd do it all over again.
a hill you can't see over. All the gravel standing at your feet. Miss the way you see me when you're sober. Wish you saw the middle where we meet. 'Cause we don't need words to say what we say. And I hope that you'll be okay one day. I need to know you're here. I'll give it all I got as long as you are here. The fight will never stop. Show me where it hurts, I wanna see it. Look me in the eyes, I'm not afraid. Trust me when I say you can defeat it. Don't let all these feelings go to waste. 'Cause we don't need words to say what we say. And I hope that you'll be okay one day. I need to know you're here. I'll give it all I got as long as you are here. The fight will never stop. I'm your messiah. I'm your messiah.
I never thought this could happen. It's turning you more than attraction. Around you I see what we could be, living in the love contraption. Something inside of me changed. Don't know which road I should take. So many to choose. One thing is true, they all lead back to you. And now I see the light. Why can't I get it right? The message is clear, the signs are all here. I still don't know how to choose. So take my hand, I'll understand. It all leads back to you. Well, I was lost for so long. Thought our hope was long gone. But then you walked by late that one night. I swear that I saw the light. And now the path that I'm on makes me wonder you're so long. But everything that I do
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
To you, and now I see the light. Why can't I get it right? The message is clear, the signs are all here. I still don't know how to choose. So take my hand, I'll understand it all leads back to you.
Dire team
Well, yeah, I think that it's just that frostbite just takes too much mana. Initially, you know.
Yeah, but I usually go for like a 1-1-3 type setup, so I just max that aura, so you and your team just
10
have no
seconds
mana
remaining.
problems.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see what's saying.
Because if you
Magi.
think about it, like
Radiant
you're
team
not
pick.
there with the Crystal Maiden to deal a huge amount of damage. You're there basically just to lock down and slow. So if you have 1 point in your Nova and 1 point in your Frostbite, that's enough.
We're just going to see wombo combo. It's team fight. Both sides.
Radiant team ban.
There's the draw ban.
Dire
They could
team
have picked
ban.
it, Andre. Come on, they could have done it.
Interesting choice of a pick here for Flying Purple People Eaters, because now they're basically showing that they do want to run a tri lane with that Crystal Maiden. They're not showing what they want to run, but it's
10
definitely going to be a tri
seconds
lane, because I
remaining.
don't see them putting a support with the Tide Hunter. He really doesn't need it.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
And on the Dire side, you just see roam. You just be like, these guys are just gonna
Dire
roam with
team
Witch
pick.
Doctor and Ogre, and they just
Like they're static. We're gonna wreck your lane. They should maybe pick an SF for the mid lane. They can easily win it.
Yeah,
Just
what do you
snowball
mean underdogs?
Yeah, underdogs. And you pick the Shadow Fiend, I think.
Yeah, underdogs can definitely get away with the Shadow Fiend, yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Straight pick it.
5
What's
seconds
left? The
remaining.
Quap.
Yeah, I mean,
They can kill the Quap.
you can also very easily pick your carry in this position, because you know he's going to be up against a Tide Hunter. So you can pick something, I don't know, something like a Weaver will do fine.
It's great, yeah.
You can even pick up like a Monkey King or a Fuzzy or something like that. Just to
I mean,
burst
because
the
your
Tide
tight
Hunter
hand's already
down.
been shown, you know, and it's easy lane. Where are they going to move him? They're going to have to move him, and then you're just going to move the Fuzzy after him.
Well, yeah, and you can't even move a
Radiant
Tide Hunter. He
team
really
pick.
doesn't do well in any other lane.
Centaur. Yeah, good. It'll be fine. And I mean, Centaur Excuse me, Centaur's always good in lane.
Yeah, he's fine, but I mean now you're just showing away what you're doing, so they can just play around. They know now the Centaur's going to be in the off lane. He's going to have a roaming ogre. You're probably going to have the ogre starting with him in the off lane. Witch Doctor starting in the safe lane for like the first couple of minutes, and then they're going to start roaming. So like flank people eaters, if they catch up on this, they know exactly what underdogs are doing right now.
There's the clock. Maybe they're going for the SF, eh?
Maybe.
Dude, pick it now, come on underdogs, pick it right now, dude. It's still good. It's still very good.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I think like even just picking it,
5 seconds
not
remaining.
get flying people eaters to get it is, but actually also you're not that afraid of a SF right now. Ogre and Witch Doctor roam is a nightmare for an SF. Like you can't be in lane at all.
So what do you do? I mean, you can't really jungle with that hero. You need to rotate some of your supports into.
What's this? What lane is this now? In the mid lane.
Yeah, the mid lane.
Yeah, you're gonna have to just fight the mid lane. I mean, if you have a clock and a Crystal Maiden, the Crystal Maiden's a little bit more static. The clock, yes, can roam, but he's not gonna be able to help out enough for the SF to stay alive.
Juggernaut gonna be the pick here for underdogs.
10 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine against Tide. Barely. Actually, it's. He doesn't have Blade Fury. He's gonna take a lot of damage from that Anchor Smash.
Luna.
They're coming out.
Holding on to that mid pick. What are they gonna ban? Yeah, they're gonna ban.
Oh, they're probably gonna ban the SF.
SF, Storm.
SF's gonna be banned, and I think if I was flying purple people eaters, I would ban out. Maybe a Death Prophet, or even something like
what else pushes?
Like Outworld. I would also do.
Oh, he's already out. Yeah,
he's already out. Oh yes. Okay, cool.
Pack is not great this game. Either team really. Maybe for purple people. Pack
this. Pack.
Yeah, pack for the
purple eaters. Yeah, they'd be able to get away with that easily. Yeah. Then they just go for the early game. Like the moment they hit 6 with that Tide, they just start massive team fights. There's the SF ban.
They banned it.
No, yeah, of course.
Yeah, well, okay, because the clock. Yeah. I think they could have picked the SF and the Jug in that phase.
Well, no.
Lane.
No, they couldn't pick.
Don't you think so?
No, well, it was flying purple people eaters that have those picks. So if they wanted the SF, they should have picked it instead.
No, I'm saying the underdog should have picked the SF and the Juggernaut.
In the Juggernaut space.
Yes.
Yeah, they could.
Or in the center space, and then
maybe
you can last pick. I mean, what's good against the Luna in the lane? The good against the Luna. Yeah, there's a Quap.
Oh, that's a nice pick. That's a nice pick. That's basically the same as the puck pick you were talking about.
Said mobile.
Yeah, that
control,
mobile
burst.
early game fight burst type hero magic damage. That's a good pick for them.
Puck's still also available here. I mean, it doesn't do too badly against phase shift out of the dagger.
It really doesn't do badly. It's quite a tricky lane. It comes a lot down to skill and positioning, with Queen of Pain versus Puck, but it's fairly balanced.
Storm Spirit.
You may now select your heroes.
Storm Spirit, that's a nice pick. That's a nice pick. I think this is going to be a very interesting game. A lot of team fighting, big 5-on-5 team
big
fights.
Ravages and
Luna
Eclipses
running through his ulti, Sonic Screams, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to.
Can the Storm farm, like, is it going to be able to get the space it needs though?
Yeah, definitely. Remember, he's the one with the roaming support, so he's going to be. Like the other lanes are going to be so pressured that they're not going to be able to rotate too much on the Storm. And the Quap doesn't really have a lot of kill potential on the Storm because against the Storm, you want to keep yourself away from the Storm, but Quap wants to blink into the enemy, so to be able to get kills. So it's quite a good pick against the Queen of Pain, and you will be able to hold the lane. You must just not get outlasted in the early game, then you should be fine.
Just don't lose.
Yeah, just be better. What I'm trying to say is, if you want to win, don't lose.
Try to be shit. Sorry, I was going to say try to be shit. Don't be shit. Try to be better.
Yeah, just be better.
Life motto, dude.
Yeah. And if you can't, think of game 3.
Think of who?
Game 3.
Game 3.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And here we go, the game number 3.
Prepare for battle.
Underdog's going to play from the red trunks on the dire side, and flying purple people playing from the radiant. I've really got to talk to this captain. And we need to do something about this name, dude. We just need to abbreviate it. That's all.
Yeah.
Flying purple people, other necro. I still got that one.
That was a good one.
We got that one. Oh, Andre, if I write children's books, you're gonna be my illustrator, dude.
Yeah, definitely. I can't draw, but definitely.
No, you don't need to draw, man. You just go hire like, you get like those cartoon workshops in Asia, dude.
Yeah.
Those are things, man. Those are real cartoon sweatshops. That's it. Anyway, top lane, Muzz walking into a clockwork. I don't know why
he's trying to fight it. That's
fight that. I mean, the battery assault's already down, and there's so much time before the just walk away and come back.
Yeah, but battery assault's gonna be up for the rune again, so it's nice that he enjoys using it that early. And now the tide coming in.
Yeah, that's like oh no.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do, bottom? They're gonna go for the other contest, or
they should have. They had 2 tanky heroes, but it's too late right now.
The battle begins.
Centaur and Ogre. Good.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
The Storm versus Quap. How's that work out?
Like I said, it's going to come down a lot to skill and last hitting for the first 3 waves. Who gets the most out of the first 3 waves is most probably going to win. So check by a minute and a half who has the most last hits, and let's. My prediction is that person is gonna take the lane.
Here we go, Flichy and Absolve, round 3. Fight! Dun 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 dun. How do you do the Mortal Kombat theme? What is it? It's like, it's very catchy. Okay! Oh, shit. I remember that stuff. Oh, okay, well this, this shame, man. So we're taking a lot of dagger damage. Be careful. Be careful. Okay, Andre, I'm not missing the first blood this game, man. It's not happening. You see it, you spot it out, and I will buy you that Pudjo card. Not today or tomorrow, but sometime. Sometime, dude. But it's a deal.
Perfect. I'll keep my eyes open for that first blood. It looks like it might happen near the mid lane.
Oh.
I think he's been spotted though. I think he stood too close. He should have been hiding behind those trees. And
yeah, Absolve is he's been, all the games I've actually seen very good lane presence from him and map awareness. Never overextended. He hasn't been killed in that mid lane necessarily.
Yeah, no, he's been very disciplined in that mid lane. Getting him out some tangos. I love this. Like, not enough cores do this. Get themselves a next set of tangos in the early game, just to make sure you can stay in the lane. Because if you can't stay in the lane, you lose it. So if you can spend 80 gold to ensure that you don't lose the lane, why not just do it?
This'll come in handy.
Denied.
Boom. Nothing much. There's a region in the bottom part of the map. Muzz just gonna look behind his carry. Clockwork level 1. Yeah, I guess now maybe does he sit and get some levels up? Or
Clockwork.
Be looking for kills.
Well, I mean the tide isn't in lane anymore, so right now. So as the Clockwork, you want to be in the lane. Just get some XP because you're going to be roaming a lot, and that's going to cost you a lot of XP. So if a situation like this comes up where your off laner needs to go to base for some reason, you need to take advantage of that.
Selfish.
Not enough supports do that. Then to run around and ward or something.
Yeah.
Take that XP. You really need that XP as those pos 4 and 5s.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful cards coming up in the top lane, yeah.
Oh, nicely done. Crow gonna use the Blade Fury, but the battery assault now to whack him a few times in the head. Does use the one, just got a lot of charges and will sustain him enough. Muzz making the move down the right hand side, throws the cast, got the Maledict, but there's no follow-up damage. So I think Rescue and Restore will just back from there. Anchor Smash starting to...
Mid lane, Storm's dropping really low. He's struggling against that dagger spam. but he's doing fine. He's flying himself up a lot of healing, so he should be able to just...
bottom lane, guys! I just saw the end of it! God. Oh, I saw the GHCM drop.
Really bad with first bloods.
I'm really bad with first blood.
We gotta work on our first blood game.
Yeah, man, because I was looking like mid, I thought it was gonna happen. I thought, you know, Cop could just... Like, I was calculating, like, she could blink forward and scream, and then... yeah, get another dagger, get another right click.
Yeah.
But I mean, would you not... Yeah, there's the magic wand. Like, finally happened. There are cogs pushing back Muzz, but rescue and restore... Not scared, he's got the brown boots as well, so doing quite a lot of damage to Muzzy. Sorry, Muzz, not Muzzy. There, okay, Quap... Storm, no, you're gonna die.
Yeah,
well, it's worth, I think. Let's look at the gold change. Oh.
Not only the gold change, the
XP change.
The XP, yeah. The XP is much more valuable right now, especially for the Storm. He needs to get a couple of levels into that static remnant, and he's got 3 now, so he's got the level 5. So now the Cop needs to start being a lot more careful.
She's got a haste rune, a Huster rune, as Fox waiting. No, he's TPing bottom. This Luna's getting really pushed back in this lane. The Centaur's competing really well with her for farm. Contest incredibly well done. Centaur is a very strong laner.
He is, and it's difficult to zone him out of lane.
My favorite thing on the Centaur is you just get like an early bracer.
Yeah.
And just max that return damage. And like you can even get 2 or 3 braces if you're feeling really well. 2, okay, 3 is a bit much. Maybe stick at 2.
Yeah,
I like rotation around the back. Muzz, he's going forward. They do not. She does have the blink in 1 second, but it's not enough. The Maledict. Nice rotation on the Witch Doctor. They're gonna bring down Fleeky.
And they needed that a lot because the Storm was quite a distance behind in last hits, but he's caught up nicely now with that rotation. And he's gonna have some space to catch up a little bit more.
Haste.
He's got the level 6. He took the ulti level 6, like. On Storm, it is very common. A lot of people just take it because it's a very good ability. But if I'm behind on a Storm, like it's minute 5.5 and he still doesn't have his bottle yet. I mean, if I'm behind on a Storm, I want to get a level in electric.
8-8. He got a Maledict and a very long blade free on him. I think he's down. Gets one last anchor smash of Defiance, but yeah, gonna be dead.
Yeah, on the Storm, if I'm behind, like I like just getting a level in Electric Vortex instead of the ulti because I'm not really going to use the.
I'll take that.
I'm not really going to use the ball lightning to get any kills. I might use it to escape, but.
I think there's gonna be double kill in this bottom lane for easy.
Die,
He's gonna take that nice easy peasy. Okay, you need to. This game suddenly you were trying to explain.
I'm trying to explain things.
I was actually very interested to hear because I also just level 6 when I play Storm just because that's like what you're meant to do.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, if you look at it, if you don't even have your bottle yet, but he's got it now. But if you don't have your bottle yet, you're not going to use that ulti effectively. It's going to drain all your mana, and then you're not going to be doing anything else. Most of your damage is going to come from Static Remnant and your Overload. So if you have Electric Vortex as well, then you can do a lot more damage than you can with only your ulti.
And just for farming purpose.
Yeah, just for kill potential, I would say. If you're behind, then a point of Electric Vortex actually gives you more kill potential than Ball Lightning.
Level 5 to Drugs, level 6. Oh my goodness, taking a lot of damage.
Consequence.
Level 4 Storm Remnant.
Yeah. See, if he had Electric Vortex there, that was a dead Fleeky.
Very true.
It's another Overload charge, and it's a lockdown. It's just a lot more damage.
Oh, that was silly. Let's try to TP out. Like battery swap, he's just dead.
Yeah.
He's just, okay.
Yeah,
how long are those cogs? 5 seconds. Display.
Yeah,
he ran the wrong way.
Display. Yeah, interesting game so far. A lot of back and forth movement and.
Like this clockwork quite nicely.
Yeah.
Oh, funny he had 6 there. He could have gone for the.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this Jug's getting a lot of farm. Loads of
looks like some
going for the middle.
Action might come here from the bot lane.
This'll come in handy.
He's going for it. Yeah, you really need.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Going first. So now they know the Witch Doctor's nearby. And Storm and Quap will just head back to their respective positions.
In the top lane here, Crow's in a little bit of trouble. Oh no, he's getting out.
Blade Fury. Ravage. Yeah,
Ravage is
really
up now.
committed to this.
Well, if he walks up again, I would definitely just smash that Ravage. Looks like he's actually going to look for it. Oh, he almost used it.
Oh, seriously?
He cancelled it. He cancelled it.
Oh, I think it would have been cool if he got it, and then he would have enough for the anchor smash. Maybe been a bit cheeky there.
Oh, he might do it right now.
Is he going to do it? He's baiting it. Ravage! Can he get it? Blade Fury?
No.
He's not going to get it.
It's going to push him out of lane though.
Witch Doctor. Yeah, he has to go back to, he has to go use Shrine, but Shrine is down, so no turn. There we go. Fire Blast onto CM, followed by the Hoof Stomp. They should be able to kill a nice double edge and finish her off. But Clockwork in the back now, and Friggy's making a rotation. He gets the Sonic Wave off, and that's a double kill in the bottom lane. Easy on a killing spree. Nice rotation. Very quick reactions from the Quap there.
Yeah, that's what you need to be doing as a Queen of Pain. You need to be present all over the map because you're so mobile. You don't really worry about contesting the mid laner so much. Yes, you try and gank him as often as you can, so he doesn't get too far ahead. But with the Queen of Pain, she has so much early game burst, and if you couple that with a little bit of lockdown, or you help your cores out a little bit.
88, he's gonna drop. Just got caught out of his creep wave, and Crow saw the opportunity, took it, got the Omni Slash off, and the spin damage
top
afterwards.
tower is under attack.
Whoa, what I missed?
For Jug at the moment.
Oh, he still doesn't have that electric vortex, yeah.
Yeah, I think fatigue also starting to show with these players.
Selfish.
Yeah, I think you really need that point in electric vortex. You still didn't level it now. He's got it overload, but if you think about it, your electric vortex doubles your overload damage, and skilling it to level 4 doesn't double it. Even from 2 to 3, you don't double it. So it adds so much more value to your overload, just getting that point in electric vortex.
Zip zap.
Nash, he's probably thinking about rushing the Blink. You can maybe get a bit of Defy. I don't know how essential it is to rushing Blink on center. I mean, your ulti already lets you get in quite close.
Yeah, you don't
probably good
really
against the
need
Quap
that Blink. Yeah, even so, you don't really need it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Me?
Lane 6.
Yeah, the vortex has cost him a couple of kills.
It would have killed him. Yeah, it would have killed.
My thanks.
He hasn't really, just Ogre hasn't really been that dominant in this game. I haven't seen him much.
Yeah, he's just been sort of sitting in that off lane, and it's actually very weird because as an Ogre you want to be roaming, and you can just go fight that mid laner.
Could have killed that Storm, yeah, before level 6.
Well, he could have killed the Quap, you mean?
Oh right, the Ogres.
Yeah, so and that would have swung that mid lane so much. If he could provide the lockdown that the Storm doesn't have, then it would have swung that mid lane a lot for the Storm. He would have been snowballing right now. He'd have been a lot into his Orchid right now.
That he's gonna haste level 10. He's probably gonna regen.
I would probably take the damage as him. It's quite a lot of damage. See what he goes for.
I did it. Or is he going to clip and take the vortex? Hey!
Beautiful.
Beautiful, though. He realized it finally happened. Easy getting the kill. Shut up. Bottom lane, Crow's going to make the rotation. Gets the Blade Fury in. Going for it. Lel is in the tree line with the Ravage is there. 88, he's got it. He's holding on to it. He's going to pop it. Now? Now, it has to Storm. That's probably what he needed to do. Well played by him, though. They do bring down Buzz in the back line. Flecky with the double man. Sonic Wave. Storm gonna have so much money. He just zips all the way home. And, Andre could...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm sorry. I think I'm getting very tired, yeah. I can feel, yeah. You're like, and he's missing kills in the bottom lane. I didn't mean that, shut up. I just had to say it. 88.
Dyer's
Yeah, that's a nice nice work there for people eaters.
That was such a good ravage.
It was really good ravage. Nash though, why did he blink in there? He ran in there, actually got caught out because now he's stuck. A nice cogs from rescue. Gonna get the kill, the pushback and the damage from this team, enough to bring down that centaur who still not sure what item he's gonna get. I think he's probably just going for straight blink.
Yeah, it looks at the moment like he's going for straight blink, but I don't think it's the play right here. I think he needs magic resistance. I mean, you've got the CM there, you've got the Queen of Pain, you've got the Luna, you've got somewhat on the Tide. You need that pipe in this team.
This'll come in handy.
And there's no one else that's required.
And his ogre gets him, but he's far behind at the moment. He's got brown boots in his backpack. He's that far behind. But
yeah, I think there's definitely some fatigue showing in this game. You can see a lot of players are scrambling all over the map. They're not really sure of their positions.
So despite his impressive CS, Jug's still, I mean, he's only like halfway to Battle Fury, you know?
Yeah.
Is that good timing, or is that
no,
bad?
It should definitely almost basically have it by now. But he does have that one death.
Ah, yes.
I think that cost him a little bit, and his team is not doing too great, so they don't have any tier 1s, and it's 14 minutes in.
Now they have to force the fortify here. Fleeky once again. He's going to blink forward, but I think he might be dead here. Absol getting the kill, nicely done by the Storm Spirit. But the tower will fall to the Quamp Illusion, so... Oh, the hook shot, well done. There's no mana for Storm. He's in a lot of trouble right now. Zips out of the cogs and the center ult from his team, so good communication there between... What, underdogs? Gonna keep Absol alive.
Radiant's top tower.
Finally getting that top tower there with the Jug. Now his farm is going to start taking off. He's going to take 2 camps and he's going to have this Battle Fury. And I think it's going to... He really needs to just outfarm this Luna. And he should be able to beat it in a fight. So... This underdogs team, I think they're just banking on this Jug getting more than enough farm to be able to powerhouse them through the mid to late game.
He's, I mean, 105 CS at 15 minutes is...
It's good. It's good.
What should you be sitting at? I mean, at pro level, these guys are ridiculous, though.
Yeah, that's a good CS to aim for.
Nash got the blink now.
So he did end up going for the blink.
Yeah, he got the blink.
If he does do something like this, he needs to use it because
instant smoke
pickoffs then right now.
Right now, and I mean they have the... They don't have the ult. What's up in 13, so they basically do have it.
Yeah. I would like him
to
just run to his team and just go for a kill.
Crow mid lane. Trying to get there. He's got a bit of flurry now, so farming easier. Clockwork. And restore. He's going to find the hook shot, but he needs the team to follow up because it's going to be straight on. He slashed to the face, but now Crow pushed to the bottom lane. He's going to be dropped 88. It's just getting the Ravage, your baby. As the Sonic Wave comes and drops on Witch Doctor. Nash re-engaging the fight with Storm Spirit doing a lot of zip damage. And the Juggernaut Blade through doing a lot. He's going to get himself a double kill. So it's easy though. Easy. He's going to drop to the floor. The Titan refusing to die, but Crow eventually wins it. Quamp is going to drop 2 and Storm being the sole survivor. That was wow, that was a lot of action. Very quickly.
That was a lot.
If he had a Bloodstone there, he'd be over the moon.
Yeah, and if Centaur had a hood there, then his team would have lived.
He would have survived. His team would have lived. Oh my goodness gracious me. See, Ty got a mech, you know, he thought about his team. Gonna get the blink.
Yeah, but as a Tide, you really don't need a blink. You can just walk up. You're so tanky. You just walk to them and just ravage when it suits you. Like it's not one of those abilities like an Echo, because it's such a large AoE. It's not like an Echo Slam where there's a very small window where you will find the perfect ulti. Like with Tide, because the AoE is so big, you don't need a blink. It's always a good time to ravage, basically, in a team fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sorry.
Let's see, looks like we're going to have some action here in the bot lane again.
Lane, yeah. Sounds good. Clockwork gets the initiation. He finds himself Nash. Nash, though, going to pop the Stampede immediately. The Cog's doing quite a bit of work to keep him alive. The CM will fall on the side of not underdog, sorry, of Flying Purple People Eaters. The Storm looking quite strong at the moment. They are going to push back Radiant. 88, they still have the Shrine here, easy. He's got the Eclipse in 30. Wants to probably wait and fight for that, but they're going to have to re-engage right now. These casts just bouncing around. It's such a horrible spell to play. Cast can maledict, dude. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That cask always gets me because
Radiant's
the
top
projectile
tower
speed is
is
so
under
slow,
attack.
so you like feel it coming. You're like, oh damn it, no, it's coming to me.
It's coming right now, dude.
Yeah. And what I wanted to say now is that this Orchid also came out now, and with the Storm now having the Orchid and the Blink on the Centaur, they should really use this power spike that they hit right now. They must just keep on taking fights. They are so strong right now, and they've got the items they need to just keep on taking fights. So I would like to see them just group up this Jug, maybe even can
Radiant's
start joining the
middle
fight.
tower
Yes,
is under attack.
he's got his Yasha now, he's got his Phase Boots, he's got his Battle Fury, Ring of a Killer. He is
They're
very
going to find themselves Ogre. Not as Ogre can't say the
Radiant's
same though.
bottom
He's
tower
not that
is under
strong.
attack.
No, he should be on the back lines, you see.
He's got brown boots and I think
I don't know.
they're going to drop the Death Ward for this.
Wow.
All right. I don't think it was like the Maledict probably would have just killed her anyway.
Yeah. I don't know what that Ogre was doing there, because he was planting a ward and he didn't have any wards on him to plant. He had sentries, but that was about that. So I think that was just a little bit of a...
He was trying to find out why those creeps ran from here to here. It's like, oh, this is the starting place, guys. This is where it all happened.
We have to investigate.
They have to investigate. Jug investigates a DD and likes what he sees.
Oh. Now they should fight right now. Right now.
Yeah,
Jug should be screaming at his team. Guys come
get your
here
ass here. I'm gonna
and
run
let's
at them.
fight. Like, look how much that splash damage just
No, but
does.
he's waiting for the... He wanted to use it to farm. He can't do it now. They know he has it. They won't...
No. But what is his team doing? His team is just holding hands there in the bot lane.
Very important, like when the use of runes, I think a lot of people underestimate.
Yeah, especially if you get it on your Jug, which is very far ahead right now. He's got his Yasha, Blade Fury, Battle Fury, and Phase Boots. He dishes out a huge amount of damage. I mean, that's what, 118 plus 190. That's 300 damage a shot.
There, by the Ancients on the Radiant side. The Storm going to come out rapid, so it's pretty big on the lockdown too. Crow gets the Omnisslash in time, dodges the Sonic Wave, and the Deadpool now on the back lines. Doing a hell of a lot of work. Absol, TP's it, pops to see him, stops that Crystal Nova. So that freezing field, Ogre going to try re-engage, but easy. Uses his face as a way for his ulti. And 1 down, 3 down heroes in total. Absol using a lot of mana trying to find this Quap. Eventually does, and he might be brought down because the Maledict is on him. Cask, 1 more bounce, gonna find it. Really unlucky, but that's how Witch Doctor works, baby. Muz getting another kill on the Tidehunter. Absol doesn't have a lot of mana. Probably should pull this off. They do need to take the tier 1 mid.
Yeah, now imagine how much better that fight would have gone if you still had the DD on your Jug. That ulti would have melted through that team.
That tide would have been
grouped up. Your Battle Fury was proccing on every hit with a DD. It would have melted through that team.
You go, tier 2, about to drop.
Looks like
He's got healing ward up.
He needs to back out.
Yeah, you can't go. But man, he needs to, what's the next item for Storm here? Lincoln's.
I like the straight bloodstone here. Yeah.
Gotta die anyway. Let's see if
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Gain that Underdogs just gained. Gain that.
Yeah, they're now hitting their momentum, and they should just keep this going.
Under attack.
For Flying Purple People Eaters, they should be feeling a little bit scared right now. They need to get the BKB up on the Luna. She dies too quickly in the fights, and the Queen of Pain needs to be a little bit more careful with her positioning. She's been very aggressive in the fights, and that's seen her die a couple of times now. So still anybody's game. I know Underdogs have a 4K net worth advantage right now, but this Luna can really quickly close that gap. If she gets some space to farm, gets a couple of kills, she can close that gap extremely quickly.
Got the, it's in a pipe, right? A headdress?
Yeah.
Pipe?
Yeah. Don't know why he went for the headdress first though, but okay. Yeah, the Defiance first. Oh
no, you know Puppy? Oh, everyone knows Puppy.
Yeah.
He watch most of his games, he always buys a buckler, just a buckler by itself. He doesn't turn it into...
Oh yeah, that's strong, Rue. A buckler for pushing. You remember that 5-minute push that I was talking about earlier?
Yeah.
If you have a buckler by that time, that tower is going down. Like, definitely, 100%, that tower is going down. So it really secures that 5-minute tower, and that makes a huge difference because you, all of a sudden, the enemy team, the enemy offlane can't farm at all. And I mean, he's already having a bad time. Now he doesn't even have a tier 1 tower to protect him. So you really swing that safe lane, offlane scenario a lot by just getting that tower at 5 minutes. And it's definitely doable if you commit to it and you set up for it correctly, and if you then have a buckler as well, then you just smash through it.
They might actually just run into each other. Here we go, they're gonna get the stun on the tide. I don't think he's the right shot gonna go because he does not. So he does the Ravage, held on to too long, but he's gonna instantly crack and shot the silence. Big 5-man Ravage in the back, that's gonna break the clips. It's doing so much damage, Underdogs are gonna get one shot. Oh my goodness gracious, that's enormous, well played.
And that was a beautiful Ravage into Sonic Wave.
Oh, that's the wombo combo.
Yeah, the dream is real. The dream is real. And there you go. That
Dire's top tower
immediately that 4K net worth swing.
A lot of gold.
Fortified.
A lot of gold running different ways. Here we go. Let's have a look.
4K net worth swing.
Net worth, yeah.
That fight.
Dire's top tower
huge.
has fallen.
And now they're stressing.
Coming in.
Because now it buys a lot of space for this Luna. If this Luna can get... What's she flying out to herself now?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Whoa, I think it's the
Dire's
Shadow
structures
Amulet.
are fortified.
The whole Shadow
That
Blade.
is weird. Oh, the Shadow Blade, sorry. That is...
Big re-engage here from Underdogs. Nash, he's overextended, he's just gonna die.
I think...
And this clockwork guy, I think PvP this game has been the clock. He's done so much on this hero this game.
Dire's top tower
They
has
can keep
fallen.
going with this.
Definitely 2 down.
Oh, Chug, he's here, he's got Omni as well. Look at that Shadow Blade though, this is new. They don't have Ravage, so I don't know if they want to fight into this.
I don't know if she's planning to turn that into a Silver Edge, yeah, for the Scent maybe.
It's actually not too, I mean, she does need some escape, and she skipped the Hurricane Pike, so...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, she skipped the Hurricane, the full, she only got the Lance. So yeah, maybe it'll work out for them. Get some escape, get some extra damage out, and have something to deal for the Scent. But I mean, at the moment, the Scent isn't a big problem for them, so I don't see why she would do that. At the moment, the biggest worry for Luna especially is the Storm. Storm gets a jump on her, she's dead. And a BKB would just stop that.
There we go, all fixed.
Farming jungle. I think they want to group up for a smoke here. Yeah,
yep, they're gonna do it.
From the
Radiant's
Underdogs.
bottom tower is under
Looks
attack.
like they're going to actually find this Luna. That's going to be...
They're gonna get Hooker, no, but Centaur's gonna be the first one to be fouled. He does try to turn with the stun with the Stampede, getting his team closer, but Nash still alive, not for long though. Gonna drop right there. Luna easy in the middle of it all. She has the Eclipse. Can't get it off though. She's gonna be stunned by a 5 lost and fall down dead. Down off the whole of the Purple People Eaters on the retreat right now. Storm Absolve, he's got no mana. 88. Gonna watch his team die. That was, oh, Luna. There, that stun. Nice Fire Blast coming out from Baz.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The network just swing again. Let's have a look.
No, that was not
that, no, it wasn't that.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Two
attack.
towers if they're gonna fall,
has
yeah.
fallen.
Yeah.
Fast-paced game here, this 5-man fighting.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what the meta's leading at. Just all the teams, they're running at each other.
But it's good, it makes way for entertaining games.
Yeah, very far more entertaining. Underdogs, where this tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Purple Eaters. Purple Eaters. Flying Purple People Eaters.
You just call them Purple Eaters. That's
Purple
fine.
Eaters. Purple People.
I'll take
As I was saying, Purple People sounds like an indie band, dude.
Oh, the Storm also now has the Kaya up. The Storm is looking really strong right now, and it's gonna have the Lincoln soon. Don't know why the Lincolns though, it's a little bit weird. I would maybe even go for the BKB versus Storm. Dodge the Luna, you dodge a lot of the Queen of Pain.
I think every hero in this game needs a BKB.
Yeah.
Except Tide.
Needs that BKB. I don't know why he's going for the Lincolns. Yes, he gives a little bit more stats, but overall, BKB.
It's all about the stats these days, dude.
Yeah, apparently, hey,
stats,
maybe because of the new stats, the Lincolns is just better.
What's that magic amp here now? 12.2% spell amp with the Kaya. That's 2.2% spell amp.
Got a lot.
What is it included there? No, it should be. Yeah, it's a 22.4% spell amp, dude. Crazy. Go the engage. Gonna be illusions. The dust. But maybe purple.
We rely not upon fortune.
Oh, they're just gonna in.
Boom!
Fight
There
around their
it
tier
goes.
2. They can do it. They got the Ravage. Yes, he's got a rod. I do like that item. They do. Spirits. What's gonna be here? Do they want to fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to rush. It looks like they're gonna go in. The Bloodlust onto Crow. Clearing a path through the creeps.
Scary. But
They
they also
free
don't want
out.
to fight into that Ravage just like that.
They have BKB on the jug though, so they can't hurt him now. That's it again. Ulti from Centaur is going forward. He might have found himself one that's huge. He was 2 for 4. The Ravage is big from 88. It's not going to be a lot easy though. He's got the Eclipse coming down. Lots of damage. Crow now in the middle. Blade Fury. Signal was safe. He hasn't used the BKB yet, but his backlines are falling apart. Both supports on the side of Underdog's down. Purple People Eater forcing the bye-bye. Quap, Crow popping the BKB. Flecky will get the kill on Absolve, which is pretty big. The Storm's dead, and this Jug looks like he might be next. Mantis style. If I'm in the one, Crow making it work for it, but at the end of the day, it's not going to pay off.
I think that was a messy engage. Like they went for it, but everyone went for different targets. They should have just said, guys,
the tier 2 is
we're gonna go now, and we're going on. The Queen of Pain is tricky to go on always, unless you have.
Well, they managed to get her, which was well done.
But yeah, just say, guys, we're going to this target, and then this target, and then this target, and we're killing them. Okay, everyone good? Let's go. And you have to check that your team is ready, because the supports were standing there in the back line, not really ready. It was just the Scent and the Jug engaging there.
Does Jug have even a buyback? No, he doesn't. Could be Rex here. Luna the base destroyer coming.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
The callers now, they just want tier 2 bottom, safer call.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, especially since the Luna doesn't really have the BKB up, so can't really afford to try and push high ground out here.
Dire's bottom tower
Gonna
has
go it.
fallen. Worthy tribute.
'88 says, stuff the GG boots, I'm gonna get a straight refresher.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
He's been landing cool Ravages here, so if you can land 2 very good Ravages, it is definitely better than 1 good Ravage.
Dogs.
Dire's top tower
Their opponents are on the other side of the river. The scan gonna come out. They might pick off 88, but they're going to change to Roger. They think they're using Roger. The Brick Stomp is wasted. Omni Slash though straight away. 88. He does not have the Ravage, and he's gonna drop down anyway. That's a lot of the damage though. Yeah, freezing field gonna be used. Storm Spirit going right forward. Finds himself pop. Silence is CM. Nicely done. Now Eclipse doing a lot of damage. Nash trapped to the comps with the Luna and the Clockwork. BKB now used on Juggernaut is gonna keep him alive in this fight because the left ward's been dropped in the back lines. And Luna, she's already fallen down. Clockwork soon to follow. Now Lil. Oh, Storm Spirit right back up straight away. He bought back for that, and gonna get the nice snipe with the rocket flare on the Ogre. Re-engage here. They could actually go for Roche. There's a healing ward. He didn't use healing ward that fight. Hectic. They're gonna just defend the solution push.
That was a pretty good fight for them. They need to just play catch up for a while, because if they make it to the late game, the Juggernaut's going to be seriously difficult to deal with. And it looks like he's going Basher right now. Interesting choice.
Actually,
I mean,
just
not even. There's no BKB on the Luna, so I don't think the Basher just doesn't feel worth right now. I would maybe consider even going for the Ags.
Eggs would be good, just slashes, more chances to kill the Tide. As long as your Jug doesn't get stunned up by the Ravage, he does pretty well, you know?
Exactly. And if you have Ags, like the Tide needs to wait even longer.
Radiant structure.
You can Ravage.
Star's still available to both. Pipe now, done for Centaur, he's trying to get Blade Mail.
I'll take that.
Ash. Counting ahead for his team. He's scared.
Gold for me.
Gotta take risks, man. I like playing Nyx Assassin, dude. I think he needs to play more.
We'll start a petition.
Yeah, to start Nyx Assassin. Welcoming him back. Sean, gonna be committed to by Purple People Eaters.
Yeah, and I don't think underdogs are in any position to try and defend us right now.
Not sure what they're doing, but they're just running around the ward spot here. Oh, they're waiting for the smoke. They're far away from this. For sure.
Immortality.
They picked up by Easy.
At least they know
I wonder if
where
they still want to go into this. Underdog want to fight? They're back.
Players here.
Yeah, they'll probably. Oh, they're in trouble.
BKB actually popped on Jug straight away.
Disengage a lot.
Yeah, now you disengage. You gotta wait.
Now
that was a 9-second BKB. Sorry, 8-second BKB.
And now Stampede down. They're in a lot of trouble right now. They're up against an Aegis. They don't have a BKB. They don't have a Stampede.
Incoming.
Looks like they're gonna be safe because Quit Pain's not gonna be there.
She's been pushing at this moment. Let's go back Luna. She takes the high ground.
Very, very questionable decision coming out here to back off and farm right now. BKB's
your
down,
window, the
Stampede was
BKB's
down, you have Aegis, what are you afraid of?
Not a Ravage.
Exactly.
You have the Ravage. Actually, Ty gonna go AC. I respect that. I can respect.
Yeah, it's good for his team.
Yeah, they finally grouped up now. The BKB is available and FPPE is available. So they're actually going to turn those underdogs, going to go for the re-engage. Centaur start finding Tyler. So not the greatest. He is going to be stunned up again. There's the Eclipse coming up from Luna. What she does is the Ravage is there as well, stopping the Witch Doctor out. It's very nicely done. Down, forcing out the buyback from the Jug. Absol zipping in. He's trying to help out his team, but they're all over the place. Jug TPing in. He's immediately going to get cogs back. There's the Omni though. It's going to be soaked up a lot by Ty, the Tidehunter, who's going to survive that 88. They actually called out Storm now too. And Luna, she still has that Aegis, which is going to be quite a bit of a problem, I think. Never mind the Storm with the buyback. He's going to zip all the way through, burn the rest of her HP down. Quap, deep in the base. He needs to get out. He is going to, but he's taking a lot of damage from Maledicts. Well, with Maledicts on him, Luna trying to fight this now. She's just going to be bursted down once again. Absolve and Juggernaut enough to deal with this push. And that's why you got to take your advantages there. If Jug didn't have BKB, you wouldn't have been able to survive the buyback and, you know, you wouldn't have won that fight.
Yeah. Well, quite a balanced fight, all things considered. If you think about they forced out 2 buybacks there. If they can just manage to hold on to their racks right now, they will be sitting comfortably.
I think Luna's gonna have to buy back.
Yeah, maybe even.
It's coming very quickly. Very quickly.
Yeah.
They're gonna go for it though. Squap is, yeah, she doesn't have it. They should just go for this. No Ravage. There's no.
No, they're gonna respect the 3 buybacks. They don't have their Centaur with them.
Over here now.
I'm just going for the Bloodstone right now. I don't know how I feel about it right now. Yeah, it's a little bit late.
Like what do you think would have been a sheepstick?
BKB right now. Great. BKB into sheepstick would have been perfect.
Mine.
Selfish.
Jog is getting really fat right now though. He's gonna have his butterfly soon. He's probably gonna turn that Basher into a Abyssal, and then he's gonna be very difficult to. Wondering if he's actually gonna take the 600 HP in this game.
Centaur gets eggs. Can you run over the cogs?
Centaur gets eggs. I think it's you can run over them, but it still pushes you. Well, you can't run like into them. You can run out of them, but you can't run into them.
About the angle. Doug taking this +5. Does anyone ever take the 600 HP?
I'm still wondering if he is actually going to take it. I mean, he's going to get the butterfly up soon. He might consider it. No, he took it up.
Already took the. I've never seen anyone.
It's very strong. The 5 extra army slash is disgustingly strong.
Hey, Jug.
Yeah. And his BKB and the Abyssal.
Radiant are scanning.
Scan's gonna be sick.
Fit for a queen.
Do it with flair.
It's always coming somehow. They felt it in their bones.
Yeah, they felt it, bro.
Exactly. Not showing on the map. Get back. Push out the lanes. Be safe.
Rock it on.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Yeah, they're still looking for them. Can't find them, and they're not showing on the map anywhere right now. Pretty good for them, actually.
Can't go like that now.
They're just looking for kills. Oh, now there's
Other teams in the smoke.
This might, this might be a problem.
If underdogs win this fight, it could be.
Yeah.
Pop, does she doesn't have it.
No, I don't think so, no.
Very far from.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, gold away.
They got the scan down.
They win this fight.
Oh, there they go.
Gonna earn the stampede.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
They're gonna get nice cogs though from Clock. We're gonna stop the advance right now. Allow them to sort of scramble their positions. Omni Slash gonna go straight forward though in the middle line. That's a defense. They're getting all their cogs down before the Rabbit is there, but jeez. No, they're being nuked down. Underdogs, they absolutely destroyed the just the two calls again. Crow, he's popped the BKB, trying to turn it fine. Pops the Mensa as well, but wow. I actually thought that, but they had no chance there at all.
Beautiful cogs coming out there, stopping
yeah,
that. It was actually very weird for me that the Centaur didn't blink forward. The moment your smoke gets
the high ground as well.
Blink onto the high ground. Don't try and run onto the high ground.
Wow, they just got, yeah. I mean, MVP was saying definitely risky. Buyback. There's no buybacks on Jug either. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is over. This Luna's gonna tear this game.
The triple people leaders managed to come out on top.
Dire's middle barracks.
Yeah, look at that. G is gonna be called soon. Game 3. That's the end of week 1 for Bluez Cup, guys. A whole bunch more games next week. You'll hear our analysis of the.
Under attack.
I don't know why they're not just ending.
Yeah, they should.
Why are they doing this out for everyone? Very unresponsive.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's
out.
top barracks has fallen.
For us and for them.
I mean, the Jug is still dead for another 50 seconds.
I mean, come on, actually, you don't need. Yeah.
What about that network? The
what about that? Yeah, that stance. Nash gonna re-engage with the BKB pop from easy, and Centaur is no more. Absol now gonna go probably feed his life as well. Nice stuff though with the dead ball coming up, but instantly Mud's gonna be silenced. And as we predicted,
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have mega creeps.
They're not calling the GG either.
Oh well, game's over. It's fine. It was well done. It was quite a good series. It was a nice series. Yeah, we got some push in there. We got some early game fighting. We got some mid game dead balls. We saw this last game. So I would say overall quite a good series.
Away from TG1P and myself, we're out. See you guys next week.
Cheers, guys.
price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? Look me in my eyes, tell me everything's not fine. All the people ain't happy, and the river has run dry. You thought you could go free, but that system is done for. If you listen real closely, there's a knock at your front door. You'll never get free, lamb to the slaughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? The price of your greed is your son and your daughter. What you gonna do when there's blood in the water? When there's blood in the
What? Those are fucking insane, dude. Just wiped it.
Another dollar in your pocket. Now I am the